Okay. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the first episode of Planet PlayStation. But we are going to dedicate this episode to PlayStation. So, welcome for today. You can call this podcast, like I did last week, Planet PlayStation. Got two very special guests in the house today. They're no strangers. So, I'm going to start off by introducing them first. I want to give a shout out to, damn, you guys, like, hold on. It's still What's Up PlayStation, right?
Yeah.
What's Up PlayStation? Speak from the
What's Up,
heart.
Uh-huh.
Persona
Yeah.
speaks.
Yes, sir.
My PlayStation rivals. Bari,
Oh my
Persona, please
Yo.
introduce yourself.
Yeah.
Welcome to Planet PlayStation.
The shock and cold of your PlayStation.
It hurts Smooth Soul to say that Planet PlayStation. I hear it. I hear it in his voice. But yo, listen, man. Shout out to my boy Smooth, man, the best bot. Shout out to the panel, dope as Jay, Chris, Nick, everyone here. Shout out to the chat, man. Listen, I'm Persona Gaming with Persona, man. I love this show, man. I love it here, and I'm happy to be here, man. We taking over. It's Planet PlayStation. Deal with it. I'm excited.
All right, and Bari, let's go. My bad.
Yeah, man. Definitely appreciate the invite, man. I know Chris was like, "Yo, listen, we got to get these guys on." Smooth, man. Just after the show, if you want that contract, just let me know. It can happen. But nah, man. Shout out to the panel here, man. Dope as Jay, Ole Man Logan, Nick, Kid Smooth, Chris. You know, as always, like contrary to belief, you know, I listen to you guys, every week. And is a good Xbox podcast out here that rally the troops, man. So I like it. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. But it's a hostile takeover today, man. And I say hostile takeover because it's just been a great. It feels good to be a PlayStation gamer, don't it, Smooth? Just tell the truth, huh?
Sorry,
Smooth. It feels good.
it's all right. And the panel member that's responsible for today's editions, Chris Righteous.
Hey!
Have you shut out your mic?
Yeah, so how did he just do it?
Yo, over a year ago, I was sent on a mission. I was put in the Saiyan pod, right? And sent on a scouting mission to a planet called Xbox. Right? Now, my job was to gather intel from the bots. See how they think, see how they operate.
Guys,
you know what I mean? Do all these
here.
things or whatever. Until I gave the call to the PlayStation headquarters and I said, September 9th is D-Day. Drop the bomb September 9th. Boom. Full hostile takeover. Brought two generals with me. We got our banners. We got the flag. We already stuck it on the floor. This is Planet PlayStation, baby. Welcome, everybody.
Yes, sir.
Well,
The moon ain't out. The moon ain't out, so we ain't go crazy yet.
And we got
man.
bombs.
Oh man.
And we got bombs. Oh, shit.
Oh, man.
I didn't invite
Chris
bombs, by the
said
way.
he is the.
Smooth, I'm
go-to.
listening to this, and why did this guy not fly into the sun? What the hell is he talking about?
What?
What the hell?
He landed on Planet Xbox to take it over?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Baby.
sir.
I was sitting in the Saiyan pod, Bond. I was sitting in the Saiyan pod.
So you landed on the moon to take it over, huh?
Hey, yo, Chris, we got the sensu beans, bruh.
We got
I've been training on the 100 gravity, so we good.
Yo, for real, I was taking blows all year on this goddamn plane.
Hey yo.
Pause.
Yeah, maybe pause.
Got that Wolverine
I'll
sensu
check
beam.
it on you guys later, Smooth, when I see opportunity. I'll be watching.
Okay.
Oh man,
Appreciate it.
Oh man.
opportunity.
All right. So now, all right. Ole Man Logan, man, how are you doing?
Yo, guys, I am doing good.
You doing
I'm
good?
doing good. Happy to be here. Happy to be another week of gaming. Right before the storm of the holiday season. So happy to hang out with you guys. Talk to some new. I've never really talked to I think Jay Barry or Persona. I think too much other than maybe some Twitter banner back and forth. But yeah, dude, I'm glad to be here. And yeah, let's have a good show.
You ready for war?
Yeah.
I
Today's
don't,
yo,
man. Sometimes common sense just goes away from people, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Fact.
I know who's ready for war. NickBanks, you ready for war?
Yes, sir. What's going on, man? I got my green vest on, man. What's up, Planet Xbox? What's up to the chat? My man Persona and Jake Barry here. You know, and the rest of us, you know, Ole Man Logan, my little homie over there. I had to drop off at daycare early. You know what I mean? Coke boy.
Stop it. Get out of here. Man.
And my man Chris, you know, the biggest damage control pony out there, man. My bad, Pegasus, right?
Pegasus.
That's the new thing now.
Pegasus, they love the way that Jim Ryan rides.
Pegasus Nation out here,
Word.
man. You feel me?
Let's go.
All right, and right hand man, Dopest J.
Yo, what's good, y'all? We're about to have a great episode. Make sure you guys drop a like on this. And yeah, I'm not gonna take up too long. We gotta hop straight into this because it's gonna be great.
Yeah, absolutely. We're gonna get into the spices and everything nicest. Shout out to Storm Legend for $2. He said now it's time for you to finish Ghost of Tsushima. We'll see about that. All right, guys, welcome to episode 77. Today, obviously, it's called Playing PlayStation. I am your host, the best spot, Kid Smooth. Today we got quite a few things, and I know, obviously, you guys know the hottest topic in the room, the elephant in the room, which we're going to get to. So before we even get to that, we're going to go through our usual as quick as possible so we can, give adequate time to the topics at hand. So
and make sure Tales of Arise is on those topics because that just released Friday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, our Chris, what are you playing? Is it tell?
Well, I mean, obviously, yes. Tales of Arise. I started it Monday night.
Okay.
And it's just fire. Very enjoying. I'm definitely enjoying the story so far of it. It's definitely the best looking Tales game when it comes to the graphical fidelity. Mm-hmm. The combat is really, really good. Really, really addictive and shit like that from the little bit that I played so far. I haven't opened up a lot of things compared to, like, I'm sure Jay Barry and Persona are way further ahead of me and shit like that. But just like how it was in the demo, absolutely amazing so far. So if it keeps getting better and better from here on out, this is definitely a Game of the Year contender for me. So.
Oh, really? Well, okay. I think it's reason why it's the best looking in because I think it's the first one to run on like an Unreal engine.
It went to Unreal 4. The last one was in Unreal 3.
Unreal 3, okay.
And then this one went to Unreal 4. Yeah, so yeah, they stepped it up in the quality in terms of like the production and shit like that.
Gotcha. Logan, what you've been playing this week?
I finished up this past week. I didn't get too much gaming because my wife and I were celebrating our 2-year anniversary of being married.
Congratulations,
buddy.
Yeah, so we had a hell of a weekend going to concerts and shows. But I beat Psychonauts 2, which at this point it stands as my game of the year. I absolutely love that game. I'm going back through and I'm trying to get all the collectibles and stuff in it. That's all the stuff I got to mop up for the final achievements. I'm going to try to do that.
Yeah.
And then I played the Artful Escape, which actually was a little game that popped up on Game Pass, and I really enjoyed that game. I think you guys played it too, but love the Artful Escape. Played through that, got all the achievements in it, and that's been about the only two that I played, other than starting up Deathloop yesterday. So I haven't gotten too far into Deathloop, maybe an hour and a half into it.
Cool. Dope.
Oh yeah, I've been playing Horizon Middle Dawn. I've been playing that.
What you call it?
Middle Dawn?
It's
Yeah.
not the day, bro.
Yeah, man. Horizon's cool, but I think the combat's just boring, bro. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's been the main thing I've been playing. Like, I think Horizon, in my opinion, based on what other people's been telling me, it's overhyped. Yeah, overhyped game. I can't wait to play Forbidden West.
I disagree. I disagree with you, bro. Like,
hey, I don't mind tripping.
Though.
Yeah, because I don't know. I'm not gonna get into it right now. I'll definitely explain it more in depth, like later on, like after the podcast and shit.
You gotta play around with that arsenal, man. Play around with that arsenal.
It's a lot of like really dope, unique weapons in that game.
In
the melee combat, Forgot my fault.
The melee is trash. Yes.
The Bari,
the melee. The
Bari
melee.
blessed
melee
the super chat. He says for $50, he says, hit the like button, please. Hit the like button. It should be a lot more than 47 likes here right now. But hit the like button. Screen cap Smooth in the PS hat. Smooth singing in a mask in the Mr. Rogers voice. It's a beautiful day in PlayStation neighborhood. It's a beautiful day to
This
be
dude. When did you write that?
To be PlayStation neighbor. Would you be mine? No, would you be mine?
Oh my god!
No. Stop.
Hey, man, yo, that contract
right,
Smooth. We about to get that
man.
tonight.
Nah, man.
Shout out
man.
to Bari. Bari, what are you currently playing?
Oh, I'm playing one of the Game of the Year contenders. That is Tales of Arise. And I am super addicted to that game where everything I was playing before, I stopped playing just to concentrate so I can fully play this game and platinum it. And then I'll get to everything after, I finish completing that game. But, yo, I am loving the game. Not going to really talk about the story because I don't want nobody to be spoiled. But if you haven't played, like, a Tales game before, this is a great one to jump into. If you haven't played, like, if you don't play, like, JRPGs like that, this is a great one to get into. I guarantee you the story will grab you. The characters will keep you there. And you will be addicted to this game because the combat is beautiful. I mean, explore all the arts that you can do, so you can fully customize the character or get the proper optimal combos that you can do. But I'm telling you guys, you can do some crazy stuff in this game because the combat is so satisfying. If you like the flash, if you like the hack and slash and all that stuff, this is the game for you. And the story is just like, the icing on the cake. It is amazing, man. Great story, great combat. The characters, you're going to be addicted to them. You're going to love them. Play Tales of Arise. I guarantee you, 100% guarantee you will love that game.
I had a question for you guys who's been playing it. Is this one of those games where you have to play as every last character to like get a full understanding?
Yeah.
To get what?
No.
The full understanding.
You don't have to play as every character. I mean, you can always switch up whatever character you want to use, but if you have a character that you specifically like, you can just stick with that character and keep on playing with them. But
you can stay with whatever character you like, and then what you can also do in the game is you can set the NPCs that play alongside with you. You can set them to do like different or set like their AI so they could be more aggressive or they could be more conservative with healing and points and stuff like that as well.
Okay, cool. Because that kind of, when I was playing the demo, I was just a little bit concerned. I was like, I'm interested in playing the game, but I don't know if I want to play through the 7 different characters and try to get every story arc. I know if it was one of those things, like I don't have too much history.
You're not playing through each character's story arc. Everybody's going to be in one consecutive story.
Yeah, it's not like Octopath Traveler. If that's what you're kind of thinking of, that's not this. This is just one continuous story, and as you go through the story, you get more characters and they join your team and whatnot. Gotcha.
All right. Speaking of Persona, what are you playing?
I hate to sound like a broken record, but all I've been playing is Tales of Arise since Friday. Right. I've put about maybe 40 hours into it so far.
Damn, already?
And I've really been playing this game a lot, man. It's a very, I won't go into story details either because, buy the game, play it. That's how I feel. But I love it. It's probably going to be, if not my game of the year, top 3. I got to see how the story ends, how everything unfolds. I just got Kasara and Dolahim, so really just loving the game so much.
Cool.
Kasara's big.
That's
huge. Fire.
It sounds promising. NickBanks, you playing Tales of Arise too?
Oh no.
Hell no.
No, sir.
You know, Nick is a casual.
Nick playing 2K.
He's still playing Bleeding Edge.
I don't play 2K no more, man. I'm on the fence with y'all with that shit. That shit been dead since 14 to me.
Oh,
but
wow.
Yeah, I'm still playing Curse of the Dead Gods. You know what I mean? I like them. I like them over the top indies and side scrollers too. You know what I mean? So I'm almost finished the Art Escape. I think I'm at the end of that. That joint is pretty good. And it's a new game that just came in Game Pass, Son of Crimson. Flynn.
Oh yeah, that's one of the Game Pass.
Yeah, I'm halfway through that already, man. Like, that joint pretty good too. So, so far that's it, man.
Okay.
For me.
Shout out to OG Rezo. He says Tales of Arise is amazing and no grind. Not really. Okay. That sounds promising.
Dang.
Sycamore 007 says, so Kid Smooth signed the contract. Goddamn the bots not gonna like you. 50 Cent sound. PlayStation Nation. Because he was trying to do this.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Cool. Just a quick update of what I've been playing. I had I actually got through. Okay, after I finished Psychonauts 2, I went to finish up my game of Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. So I finally finished that. That was pretty good game. After Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, I then moved over to the Artful Escape. At first, I wasn't really liking it. It was just all right. The only thing this game got going is just like the colors and the art style, but it turned out to be a really, really good game. A nice.
You ain't like the story?
No, I know. I said at the beginning, I was kind of getting because I tweeted like this game is uninteresting and interesting at the same time, and I thought about dropping it, and I did, and I just stuck with it. But I ended up liking it at the end. I thought it was really, really good. And then I bought into. I bought into the Deathloop hype, and I started playing that. So far,
we got to talk about that. Yeah.
Yes. So far, so good, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a part of the conversation because of obviously the reviews and everything.
Smooth, you bought Deathloop?
I bought Deathloop. Yeah.
Okay.
You say it like that, yo. That wasn't the list.
Yeah, Smooth buy games. People Xbox that buy games.
I'm happy he supported a great PlayStation exclusive called Deathloop, and I'll be playing that after I beat Tails. So
yeah. So we have a couple things. Deathloop.
Deathloop.
Stop, yo.
That's how the devs say it, man. Deathloop.
The French.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because they're the Lyon guys. Okay, gotcha. Deathloop, we did that. Okay. So Deathloop came out, and now I know people were sick of seeing this game showing up to every PlayStation
Chris was
event.
very vocal about that.
And
yes, I still feel the same.
People had their thoughts on the game, and that they wasn't sure if it was gonna hit or not. The Metacritic came out. Was it Tuesday? Well, I mean, what day did it?
I think it was Tuesday.
Monday morning.
Oh yeah, scores came out Monday.
Yeah, it came out. Yeah, it came out Monday.
Yeah, the scores came out Monday morning.
I don't know if we should be surprised, but then again, I don't know. But it was like, what is that now? Like 88, 89?
Is that an 88? Yeah,
88. Another one of the highest rated games, and there was a lot to go off of. Highly praised by a lot of guys in the media, and my initial reaction, and this is obviously before me deciding to buy the game, was, well, from user standpoint, I'm not seeing the same amount of reaction that the media is getting, and I'm like, I feel like there was a disconnect because I started the game, I played it, I'm like, all right, it's cool, but it's nothing groundbreaking. I'm like, well, maybe I got to play a couple more hours to see that it opens up to this like phenomenon that the industry analysts are saying it is.
Smoke, let's keep it a stack. It's that cyberpunk effect. Folks giving it a 10, talk about bugs and shit is in the game, but that's okay. That's okay. It's still a 10 out of 10. No, it's not. Now listen, I got the game. I haven't played it yet. Yeah. Right? I got hypnotized into buying this. My wallet just kind of like levitated out my pocket and bought the game off of PlayStation. But this whole 10s and all this other stuff, man, from what I'm seeing and what these review scores are saying, I'm like, yo, something's not adding up. And I start getting flashback to Cyberpunk when everyone thought that was going to be the greatest thing since sliced bread. Everyone was praising this game and all this stuff in terms of the media. And then when you got the game in your hands, it was a joke. It was disrespectful. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, so like I've always said like I was like interested in the game. I thought the game looked decent. I was just sick and tired of seeing it every goddamn showcase, right? So, and I still stand by that. Even with all the great reviews, I still stand by it. Shouldn't have been at last week's showcase, but so I always said, but because it got pushed to this month in particularly, like I'm not gonna pick it up because there's so many other games that for me take priority. Then Deathloop, there's a new IP, it's not really proven and stuff like that. Even though Arcane is, because they made the other games, but what I'm seeing, like, I was like, oh shit, it's getting great review scores and stuff like that, as a hit, and I'm excited. I was like, yeah, whenever I do pick this up, which I am gonna pick it up because it's a next gen only game. It's on PS5. Is utilizing like the DualSense and stuff like that in unique ways. At least from what I'm hearing. But then when you look at the people who are currently playing the game, I'm not talking about the reviewers, but like the user base and like the players and stuff like that who bought the game because of the reviews or whatever. Yeah. A lot of them are saying that, it's not really hitting for them. Like, as far as like what they're seeing from the reviews, like IGN and GameSpot both gave it like a 10 out of 10 and shit like that. So some people, I see some people kind of say, yeah, it's okay. I don't really see it as a 10 out of 10. It's not a game of the year for me, but it's okay. Some people say, yeah, I'm not feeling this or whatever. So it's one of those things where I'm seeing kind of a disconnect between the fan base and the reviews. Sort of like what's that game? What's that? Hold on, but sort of like that game. Not the Medium. What was that? The Ascent. Right, when the reviews trashed it, but when you look at the people who are playing the game, everybody loves it. Yeah. So I'm still gonna pick it up and try it for myself.
Well, I've been seeing like videos of like the AI in this game, and I'm like, I don't know, like if there's like a difficulty setting that you could choose or something like that. But the videos that I've seen with this AI, I'm like, yo, there's no way the AI is
Persona
is stupid.
You remember the state of play? You remember the state of play when we was like, damn, the AI looked mad dumb in this game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm in a similar boat. Like I was always interested. I was always sold in the game. It's just I felt like they were showing it too much, and at this point, how many times they're showing it, it's like spoilers. Like you kind of spoiling the goddamn game. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't need to really be there. You have all these blogs that you explain the game. You had a state of play, then you had another state of play explaining the game. Then you drop another trailer explaining the game. Like I'm like, damn, we have spoiler territories at this point. But at the end of the day, like I don't really mind people reviewing the game highly. You know what I mean? Like when I look at Arcane, they already have like a great history when it comes to the media and these critics anyway. Because Dishonored, like this game is compared to when it originally came out, that joint was like what, like a 89 or a 90 game?
90,
yeah, when it first came out. So I'm pretty sure like the media they like that style of game. But I do feel that the fact that the game looks easy, like with the AI personas bringing up, people don't really mind that at all because it has like roguelike mechanics in it, but it's not a roguelike game. You know what I mean? Like you die, you start over, but you get like lives from what I'm hearing. You get like lives that I die in this moment. I get a life. I can come back and I can, I guess, scoop up my life again or something like that.
Yeah, it's like
at the beginning, you get 2 tries when you die. So you get basically 2 respawns, and they kind of respawn you a little bit away from where you died at, and then at the next death, you get reset.
Yeah. So I have a question. I have a question for you.
That will refresh. Like when you go to a next area, you'll get your 2 respawns back. Yeah. So as you progress through the story, it's only if you die in that realm 3 times, then you get put back.
Okay.
So you played the game, Ole Man. How do you feel about the game so far?
Like I said, I played about 2 hours last night, and a half hour of it, I did get reset by a half hour because the game did crash on me in the middle of it. So it literally did, because there's no checkpoints, there's no saves, it's got that roguelike feel. So then I had to go back and do whole sections over again, just because the game crashed on me. So I was very frustrated when that crashed, but I'm enjoying the exploration of the levels. Like you could just go do like the main objective or whatever, and then just leave and advance to the next one. But then I'm like sitting there, and I've spent like 30 minutes just trying to find and explore every little nook and cranny and see like what other things there is that you can find, because there's different like chests. There's different things that are locked. That I'm trying to like find like the codes to get them, and because like the whole entire point is like through every loop you know take in what you learn from that before you die, and then like that's supposed to help you advance and open up new different avenues. So I do like the exploration of the levels. I think they're very well designed, and the game looks great. I mean, it looks great. It runs 60 FPS 4K. I was playing, I think, on the I want to say the performance one. Yeah, it's a mode I play because it has 3 modes. It has performance, visual performance, and like ray tracing like mode, which is at 30 FPS. So like the game looks really good. Like I'm enjoying the environments and stuff like that, and the gameplay. If you like Dishonored, it definitely feels very much like Dishonored with the melee, with the shooting mechanics and stuff like that. And I noticed like I didn't see like. I guess I don't know if my AI is a little bit smarter, but I've seen like the videos of like the people basically like crouched up on these dudes in front of them and like going like standing up and going crouch, and like the enemies not getting alerted. That did not happen for me at all. So I was kind of a little jealous of that because in some cases that was kind of like my death is when I got caught by that. Yeah. So I don't know if that's just if there's some bugs with like enemies or something like that, but. I didn't notice that, but I did see, the videos and stuff. So I'm enjoying it. Like I said, I only got an hour and a half into it, essentially, out of my 2 hours of play, like through the progression. And I'm not playing it today because, here I'm playing Xbox stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I'll be digging back into it tomorrow for sure. Like,
same here.
I like what I've played of it. Now I don't know. I don't know what my final score would be because I haven't beat it, but I'm enjoying what I've played so far.
Okay.
I think it's honestly I feel like it's an average game to me. Like I like the commentary, the voice acting and whatnot, and like the game has life. When you're playing it, the characters are talking, and he spent most of the time talking to himself. I think his name is Colt. But there's humor, and that I can appreciate about it. But when I'm looking at the game, I don't feel like I'm playing like this like just next gen exclusive game at all. I feel like I'm just playing, an average game. It has a good story. It looks like it has a fun gameplay loop and whatnot. I probably have about maybe 4 hours or so. I may play today. It depends on what time we end. But I haven't found like the oh my god, this is like the the greatest game of the year moment yet. And I tried out a couple of like the modes, the visual modes and whatnot. The performance mode is obviously the preferred way. Like I said, to me it doesn't look like a visually like stunning or anything like that. But but it looks like similar to other arcane games. So I guess it looks proper.
Yo, Smooth, you think you like this game better when it comes to Xbox after 2 years or a year and a half?
I will. It depends. It really all depends. So if I beat it here on PlayStation, when it comes to Game Pass next year, I'll probably, depending on my time playing it, I'll probably play it. What will make it better if Xbox, if they give it 120 hertz mode on Xbox.
Oh man.
Then you'll hear me talk. You'll hear me talk more about it.
I know. I didn't really talk about it because I haven't gotten to experience myself because it's an option that's locked in the game for me right now. Because when you boot up the game, you have 2 different things you can play. Just a single player campaign is like Colt and go through that stuff, or you can actually play as
the chick
Juliana, who's I would say the main antagonist to the game. And I've been watching some videos of them because essentially what you do is you load up and you invade, kind of like how Dark Souls and stuff is. You invade
Perfect Dark did that
world.
Too.
You invade someone else's world and like you're essentially hunting them down, and your goal is just to kill them. Yeah. And so some of the clips, like I haven't got to play it myself because I don't know how far you have to be in the game to actually unlock that. And so I'm excited to try it out. But the videos that I've watched of people like getting really into it and like hunting these dudes down in certain matches and stuff looks like actually really fun. So I do like that aspect. Seems of the game really cool. So I'm excited to try that out once it gets unlocked.
So based off of what everyone's saying about the game, it's good, but it's not great and it has issues. So we can't really rely on Metacritic as the sole source of saying
what
if
issues
the
they
game
got.
is
I don't
good.
know if it has
Well,
any
and I know
issue,
like
but-
I believe on PCs where I think people are seeing
Yeah,
more
like you don't
crashing and stuttering.
they don't care about PC.
There's something with like
Yo,
a DRM issue with the game.
We
Like I
don't
said,
care about the PC weirdos.
the only issue that I
But-
literally had was
PC
in my
issues.
2 hours, like the game crashed once. And it didn't even like my PlayStation didn't freeze. It was just the game was frozen like in mid combat with an enemy, and I was like, I waited like 10-15 minutes to see if like it would start back up, and it just didn't. So I had to close the game.
It's interesting, like analyzing
Probably
this
was the
game
game.
because like you look at the user reaction, like the actual people who paid money for the game, and they're like, oh, it's okay. But then the Metacritic is like 80, 89, 90. But then I look at a game like Ghost, which got like an 83 on Metacritic score.
Whoa.
It's raved by the majority of people who played it. Like it's one of
What's
the
88 now?
it's a
you
it's one of
can't
these
do that,
standout
bro.
experiences.
They
Say
different
88
games. They
Say
different
88
games,
now.
bro.
I understand, but it's like when you look at the
I think
user reaction towards the game, even though they're not within the same genre, of course, but like the
I
user
get what you're
reaction
saying,
would
like,
have you think that the game scored higher initially than what it was actually scored versus the reviewers.
I think you gotta play it to come
Like-
to that, man.
Like for me, at least, what like the people that I follow, like I'm just going off of things I've seen on Twitter. Like a lot of the people that I've seen have enjoyed Deathloop. Like there's like one guy I was reading, kind of like he was tweeting stuff about it. He said he put like 6 hours straight into it and like couldn't wait to get back into it. So I
Yeah, I
haven't
see a lot of
seen
people
any-
liking it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anybody, like any person, not media, just regular people, like actually like down on the game.
No,
Yeah, I
I've
don't
seen
think
anybody
people
down on it.
trash
I've seen
it,
it,
but
I
they
just-
call it
I've seen
average.
I've been seeing the
Out there.
opposite.
I'm-
I've been seeing the
I'm-
complete opposite.
I don't think people
seeing-
like.
So,
I
I
haven't
mean, it's
really
just-
like even within
it's-
my circle. Like I haven't really seen people bashing the game. I've just
Yeah.
seen people who are actually like just they're playing through.
Yeah.
And just like it's just not like what they're seeing
Yeah,
and
that's
what
what-
they've
yeah.
read. It's like this ain't at like this ain't no 10 out of 10. You get what I'm saying? Type of experience.
The game is
Yeah.
essentially
No, I-
overrated, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean that's to them. For me, I'm always someone like I think with Metacritic and these reviews, I never take these things to heart. We'll crack jokes or whatever, or
Facts.
conversational purposes. But I'm always been someone where it's like I think playing the game for yourself is always going to be the ultimate review for that gamer. So that's kind of how I look at it. Like I'll try it out, and if I like it, I like it. If it's not, then it's L. Got
Shout-
that Xbox stench.
Shout out to Sycamore 007. Sycamore 007 says for $5. One more time, Jabari, give us that Deathloop accent.
Oh, in Deadloop, you get to kill Visionary Deadloop. Deadloop comes out. Deadloop, go play Deadloop. Deadloop is fun.
Shout out to Master Bader. He says
Oh,
for
my
God. What the hell?
$5. He says can't watch live right now, but I'll listen later. This episode gonna be good one. And
Sure.
let me make sure,
sure.
I ain't missing nobody.
Okay,
else.
Smooth, I need you to move that Xbox controller out the view. It's messing up my vibe, man.
Okay, you want this bad boy here. Okay.
Killing my vibe, man. Just let you know.
All right. So yeah, Deathloop is here. If you want it, it's available on a PS5 and PC. It's actually, if you pre-ordered it, you had 10% off with PS Plus. I bought it, so I didn't pay even $60. I paid $53 for it. So that was it was easier to stomach
Then $70, yeah.
than $70. So yeah, it is.
Yo, you guys are early in the game anyway. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, like I can't jump on board with what everybody's saying. Oh, I'm not feeling this game as much as the reviewers because I ain't really played it for myself.
Yeah,
like when it comes to me in games, I like to explore these shits. I'm going every nook and cranny, and I'm gonna see every ability. I'm gonna see what I can do, and I can judge for myself. But you know what I mean? So I'll wait until that. But
You know what it is,
even when it
too?
comes to people in this community and their opinions, most of them shits I don't agree with anyway. So you just like the reviewer. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Until I
that's
play
true.
it, that's when the truth gonna come out when I play it.
Also,
will
a
say
lot
that
of
the
a lot of
one thing
people
I do
suck
like-
at games, but
Oh, dang. The one thing I do like about Deathloop is depending on your play style, you can play that game like if you want to play it full on stealth, like being like very engrossed in the game, It's like an awesome thing to do. Or if you just want to go in guns blazing, causing chaos, I mean, you can go that route too, and you don't get punished or essentially like rewarded either way. You just get to kind of play whatever way you want to play.
I heard they got a mean shotgun in that game.
Yeah, I got a couple of them right now.
I'm not gonna lie.
They have a mean shotgun. Oh yeah, I think I might just be running guns blazing.
There was one point, like I literally took out 2 people with a shotgun, and it was pretty satisfying to do. I just walked up to him, just blasted him. So yeah, if you want to go,
that's all I need to hear right there.
Like that's what I said. But like for like me, like there's like certain sections that I was like, well, I kind of want to be a little bit more stealthy, and it's like you can just change your gameplay on the fly. Like you're not tailored to fully 100% be stealth. You're not fully tailored to 100% be guns. You can change on the fly with what you want to do.
At least it has options. That's pretty good.
Yeah, flexible play.
Before we move on though,
yep.
The DualSense. How is the DualSense with the game? I need details.
So I haven't really noticed too many things. The one thing I did notice is like on the beach, it did do something like it kind of felt like you were walking. Like it's got like it felt like on the back, like when he was taking the steps on the beach, you could feel each step. So that was pretty cool. The haptics with the guns and the melee combat, like I don't have any complaints, but it's the haptics in the DualSense isn't really something that I hyper focus on. But like I kind of noticed as I was like walking around, I was like, oh, I feel every kind of footstep. So it was unique, I would say, but is it something that I would like say is like the biggest like wow factor of it? Probably not. But it is there. It did, the guns, had like the tension and stuff when you're, pulling a shotgun, you kind of felt, the shock wave and stuff of them, and with the melee kills and stuff. But I think like just the littlest thing that I noticed the most was just literally like walking.
Oh, I would say honestly, it didn't. I wouldn't say it's doing anything like unique. Like there's obviously there's been better work done with the DualSense with existing games, so it's using it. I just don't think it's doing anything super special with it. I've tried out multiple guns and whatnot, shotgun, sniper, pistol, automatics.
You ain't get no gun jamming yet, because that's one thing they touted with the game.
Yeah, like, I did get that. Yeah, I had my gun jam on me in the middle of a fight, and that was not fun.
No, I actually haven't had a gun jam. I know the game warned you of gun jamming and whatnot, and what to do.
That first machine pistol, if you took that machine pistol with you like further than basically like the first like area, it jams up on you.
Actually, no, I didn't have it. If it did, I didn't notice it. But like I said, I currently right now have about like 4 weapons. And 2 of them are shotguns.
The shotguns are great. Yeah.
But so the DualSense don't let, like you say, you ain't notice it. You should notice it with the DualSense.
But the thing is, I noticed that it's working, but it's not like, how there's some games that it's like very precise of what's going on. Like
he ain't feel the DualSense yet. Nick ain't feel the DualSense.
Oh yeah.
No, I was asking him. He said that he didn't notice it, and
I said if my gun
is so immersive. Yeah. If it's so immersive, you should know, right?
Yeah, but it depends on how they freaking optimize for it. Some people do a better job with implementations on the DualSense.
Yeah, I would say like Returnal, you could feel like the range drop, and the tension of the guns and stuff. Like Returnal, other than Astrobot's Playroom, like Returnal, I think is one of the better uses of the DualSense.
Ratchet did a good job.
I just always think of like when I think of like Returnal, I think of like feeling like every single raindrop in that.
You have your
Returnal definitely spoiled me when it came to like that DualSense.
So if you're looking for like something, that's why I'm saying like they were there, but they weren't like overly abundantly there. Like you could like I said, the most thing that I noticed was the walking. You could feel every little step that you took.
Yeah, like a game that had DualSense features, but that I didn't feel was too impactful was Ghost. Like obviously when you do like the wind guiding, like you would get that feeling through the controller, your bow and arrow, but I didn't feel like it was as impactful as a Ratchet and Clank or Returnal.
Yeah, and that just came off of Ratchet and Clank, so I was literally using weapons based off the reactions because I was like just pretty much timing and knowing what was going to happen when I double hit the trigger or if I held it down. So whereas this, and like I said, I'm still early in the game, so things could change as like the levels open up. So it's like I can't even say, but just from what I played now, I feel like I didn't feel anything too dramatic.
My only one word of advice. I don't know if you guys play with headphones. I don't know if Smooth had this issue.
Yeah, I use the
please.
Because my play ever since I hooked these up, the audio only comes through this, and then whatever don't come through here comes through like the controller. Nothing comes to the TV. Like so, unless I'm doing something wrong, like this.
Move a pony. He got every every accessory.
Well, I'm just saying because the one thing that I noticed, which I wish they would have kind of like told me, or like said, you know, hey, if you're playing with headphones, turn this feature off. Was, you know, on the speakers on the controller. When you're going through the level and Juliana's talking to you, she talks through the speaker. Well, I play with headphones on.
Oh yeah, no, but I heard her. Yeah,
I could. So that's why I don't know if maybe it's just because the way that my headsets are set up, because I don't have the DualSense or the 3D audio PlayStation, you know, I don't have that. So I had to I was like sitting there. I was like, you could hear her in the game talking to like the enemies, but when she was talking to you, it was like nothing. And I'm like sitting there, I'm like, is this? I had to like sit for a moment, like, is this playing through my controller speaker? And I even restarted, I was like, maybe it was a glitch or whatever. And I restarted the game, lost my progress, which thankfully I was just only in like the you know, went through one door. And then sure enough, it was playing through my speaker, and there's an option that I had to turn off to make it so that she didn't play through the speaker or the controller, but played through my headset. Gotcha. So I don't know if you know, I would just say when you guys go to play it, be mindful. If you're not hearing her in the beginning section when she's talking to you, there's an option in the game to turn that off so she does come through the speaker.
I just realized I have 2 unopened items. The webcam, I forgot all about it, and an extra DualSense. I literally forgot I had these. They're still in the box, still taped.
I'll tell you, he a pony, man. Let that Pegasus raw. You know what I mean? Let it out, bro.
Yo, Dope Boy, remind us. Xbox had a mini announcement. They revealed the second half of September Game Pass games. What's going on with that?
Oh yeah, so it's 13 games coming to Game Pass. Listen, man, it's Planet Xbox. This is rapid fire.
Nah, it's Planet PlayStation. But go ahead and name the scraps.
Yeah,
what games are coming out of PlayStation Now? Then let's go over there.
Oh yeah, let's talk about PlayStation Now, baby.
Any first parties? No. Okay.
Oh, all right, yeah. All right, so Game Pass, right? You know, the GOAT Pass. We have Flynn, Son of Crimson, which Nick played, and he's enjoying that. We have I Am Fish. We have Skatebird. Aragami 2. Lost Words. Beyond the Page. I don't know what that is. We also have Sable. Subnautica Below Zero. Did any of you guys play Subnautica or no?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I played
the thing about this one, this is obviously the next gen version with the DLC. The Below Zero is the expansion with it.
Expansion, okay.
No, I don't.
My kids and my cousin plays this. It literally looks like a mature Abzu. But in first person.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like to me. But I could be completely wrong. I'm not.
You're wrong.
Yeah.
It's a survival game.
Oh, okay.
So it's more like a underwater version of what's that joint that came out on PlayStation and Steam when they dropped?
Oh, freaking No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like that.
In other words, it's a skip.
All right.
You got Hello Poppins on that Series X2. Hello Poppins.
No popping. No popping.
Hey, yes, definitely.
Yeah, it does.
You got Tainted Grail Conquest. You got Lebanon's Gate.
Stench on it, man.
Now listen, we talk about JRPGs. Astria Ascending. That's a good one. So if anybody likes turn-based JRPGs, Astria Ascending is going to be a good one.
I'm on that. I'm on that for sure.
Yeah.
I ain't even dropped yet, did it? No, that ain't dropped.
Yeah, I thought it came out.
Chris Tales came out. Astria Ascending didn't come out yet.
It didn't come out.
Astria Ascending come out this month though, end of the month.
Yeah.
Day and date and Game Pass.
Day and date, baby.
Let's get it. You know damn well you're not playing
I'll look at that shit right in the store and keep scrolling.
Unsighted and Phoenix Point. So that's the Game Pass announcements for the rest of the month.
I ain't gonna lie, some of these do look interesting. Like for example, I played the demo of Sable. That was at E3. I think the game was revealed at E3.
Yeah.
Aragami 2. I know the reviews just came out. It got I think IGN gave it a 5. I'm not sure. I know it's like some sort of ninja sneak game, but
trust IGN reviews anyways.
Yo, Aragami, the first game was actually a good game. I enjoyed that game.
Okay. What is like? I see Superliminal. I Am Fish. Like, is that like an I Am Bread game?
It might be.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like this. It's like the smaller indie game. I haven't looked too much into it, but
What is
the main things?
now? Lemons Gate and Phoenix Point. Those are team as far as look the most interesting. I know Lemons Gate is like some sort of shooter, right?
Yeah, it's a shooter. Yeah, it says it's a tactical FPS. They have like different portals you can throw and teleport towards it. Looks decent. It doesn't look anything too crazy like Splitgate or something like that, but
And then
It'd be
Phoenix
something to
Point
pick up for sure.
exists on PC, and I think this is the first time on the console.
yeah. So yeah, the main thing I'm looking forward to is Astria Ascending.
Okay.
That actually looks pretty fun.
All right, and we got some. It's delay season. We got some 2 big delays announced, man. The first one we got was Dying Light 2 being moved from December 7th to February 4th, 2022.
Yep.
Any thoughts on this?
If they were wanting to get ahead of the game before Call of Duty came out, they lost that. That's why I think that they were going for. That's why I thought when they were, putting it in October, they want to,
No, Dying Light 2.
No.
Talking about Dying Light, not Battlefield. Yeah, we're talking about Dying Light.
I was gonna say what?
Oh shit, my bad.
Yeah, you listen to that?
I literally thought I heard. Oh no, Dying Light 2. No, I get that. I understand because they had the same release date as Halo, and so
Close to it.
It was like a day apart.
It was.
Bro, I hope this game come out all right, bro.
So I mean, and then obviously it's been in development hell. If they need to take more time, take all the time. I just think they was looking at, around that time, like they didn't really stand a chance. But I don't see them, putting out in February being any better with all the stuff that's supposed to be coming out in February.
Fucking February.
I look at it as February is
you got Horizon Forbidden West. You got Saints Row. You got
such
Saints
a
Row
weird
2.
So if their goal was to like give space for games, like get a footing in there, because that was the thing about the first Dying Light. It released in a time where like nothing came out. Like it released in January of the year that it released. So that's why it was like the only game out that month that was like huge. It got a lot of traction, got a lot of praise. And now you have this sequel that's not been in the best of development cycle. It's getting pushed back into from one busy schedule to another busy schedule, and I'm just afraid that it's probably going to get looked over. And
it's giving me Cyberpunk vibes for sure. Like this game, yeah. So it was announced in 2018. It was slated for 2020, and then they delayed it indefinitely. They gave us a release date for they gave us the release date for December, and now we're getting the February 2022 date, which is odd because, like we said, that month is stacked with so many titles that. Why would you delay your game to that month? That's the first thing. Second of all, like now people are really going to be skeptical because gamers are smarter now. We've seen this happen with other titles where there's been consecutive delays of the game for whatever reason. They said that they play tested the game and quote realized that they need to bring the game to the level they envisioned, as well as polish and optimize the game. So that tells me off rip that the game is not in a good state whatsoever. Despite everything they showed.
Is it this game cross-gen as well, right? It's coming out on
cross-gen.
Yeah, it's on everything.
Yo, I'm telling y'all, man. I'm willing to. I'm telling y'all, this cross-gen development shit. I think this.
But see, this game was announced way before the Series X and PS5 even came out.
Oh, of course.
It's been in development for a while, so
I definitely think
and that's the same thing with.
Though.
Yeah, that was the same thing with that was the same issue with Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk had way too big of a scope.
Yeah.
For the systems at the time, and that might be Dying Light. They were trying to
I think the game is a bit over ambitious for the consoles they're trying to release it on. You get what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
they definitely, I definitely wish this would have been next gen only. I was excited for this, and I think December. I know people saying, oh, they worried about Halo. No disrespect to Halo, but I think Dying Light would have had a better chance in December than February, because
I
February,
agree. I definitely agree.
that's hell. That's hell month right there. You feel me? So, you stand no chance. I mean, you'll still have fans that buy it, but there's a lot coming out in February that it's gonna get.
It's
gonna
coming
get
out.
overlooked.
I think it's coming out earlier enough.
it
Because
early?
it was Horizon is at the end of February, right? Or it's like
Yeah, but
Yeah,
Elden
but
Ring
you
at
also
the end
got
of January.
you got Elden Ring
okay.
at end of
Okay.
January. Then you got like Sifu and King of Fighters and
Yo,
Saints
the
Row
biggest game
reboot
in
and
that
all
block,
stuff.
Gran Turismo 7 comes out March 3rd. It's
Fourth.
Yeah, 4th. Yo, what's it called? Dying Light 2 is DOA, bro. People's
Yeah.
gonna wait
Yeah,
until
I ain't
probably the
picking it up.
summertime to get that joint. Guaranteed.
Other
I-
video game releases. You have Destiny 2 Witch Queen, which also drops in February.
And
you
that
have
drops early.
and then you have Pokemon Legends of Arceus in late January as well. It's sandwiched between too many games, and it's a shame because the first game I enjoyed it a lot. Really good game. Awesome mechanics, but yeah, this I don't see this game performing well from a sales point of view whatsoever.
I think some of those games are definitely getting moved the fuck out of February. I don't think all those games are launching at once in February.
I think so.
No way.
I think
No way.
No way. There's no way.
I think the reason why a lot of
that shit.
I think
Yo,
the reason
you
why a
know
lot
what
of
it
these
is?
games-
Because February is the month where pretty much all the games that were supposed to come out this year
that's true.
got put into that month, February.
Right. But here's the thing. Usually when there's a stacked month like this, right? When there's like this happens all the time. We'll be like, damn, this time next year is gonna be crazy because look at all these games coming out, or this time in the holidays is gonna be crazy because look at all these games coming out in such a short amount of time. Usually what ends up happening is one or two of those games will end up getting delayed.
Well, no, that's the thing, Chris.
Yo.
These games got delayed out of this year into
Right.
this year into that month. They're not.
But they
They're not.
can get
They're not
delayed
delayed. Nah, I
Yeah,
don't
they
think
were
so.
originally
No,
targeting.
I don't-
that
hold
date.
on.
No, I don't think so.
Listen,
I don't think so.
For me, Horizon is cemented. I don't think that's getting delayed at all. I think Elden Ring is cemented. But I think games like I think Dying Light is probably cemented now because it was supposed to come out in December. But I think games like Saints Row 2, that's probably a game that will probably get delayed because that was announced in February and shit like that.
I don't
So-
Y'all know,
When Saint Row comes out,
the first
February
Dying Light,
too. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
yeah,
But
Saints,
hold
that's
on.
what I'm saying.
the first Dying Light was delayed a whole year too, and it released in February as well.
Yeah,
So,
that's what I'm saying.
And they
because
released
the
like
same-
Against
a
what
rent
games?
up. They
Bro.
released like a patch update. You got to pay for it too.
This
With the
game
first
was supposed to come out like 2 years ago, bro. This shit's been delayed like a whole bunch of times. It was supposed to come out like over a
that's
year
because
ago.
I believe they switched directors, or like a lot of people on the team
Yeah,
left. Or
development
something
hell.
like that.
Yeah,
It's been a lot going on with this game. And that's why like I was kind of feeling it at first because the concept and things like that. The world looked much more alive and whatnot. But I'm not gonna lie, like I'm definitely a bit more cautious.
Yes,
So
yes,
this is
definitely.
this is
I wasn't
definitely a
going to
game
get
that
it
I'll
anyway,
feel.
to be honest with you.
Yeah, clear.
I'm good.
Well, not now that it's coming out in February. It's definitely a skip.
Nope, no pre-order.
most
I'm
definitely-
I'm
yeah,
waiting.
it's
I'm
definitely a
waiting for
skip.
people to get their hands on that game and see
Hey,
how
man.
it performs before I pick it
Yeah,
up.
that's
I'm
definitely
gonna
a
tell you
skip.
this.
I'm not picking that up.
The game, you know what's gonna happen? I'm calling it now, right? The game got to save. The game is getting saved by Xbox Game Pass.
Phil Spencer. Phil Spencer.
It's gonna be a Game
Phil
Pass day
Spencer's
one
gonna
of
give him the phone
February.
call.
Who would?
Game
The last
Pass
day
day one
Who
of
would want
February.
that?
Then you gonna give him
Full
that
would
handout?
want these on their last leg ass games to get saved by Game Pass. bro. God damn.
Shout out to Mr. Go Try a Hard Guy, Uchiha. What kind of name is that?
Uchiha.
Yo, respect my boy name, man. Shout out to Mr.
Yes, sir,
Otero.
man. Smooth. Go watch some anime, man. Yo, do some anime streams. I'll
Yo,
be there.
facts.
He said, "What's up, PlayStation on Saturday morning? Support them, brothers. I gave in and bought Deathloop. Will be my first arcane game, but first comes Tales."
Dude, if this your first art, play Prey. Dude, play Prey, man.
Oh, people sleeping on Prey. Prey was good.
Prey was on, like Prey was such a good game, and yeah, people slept on that way. It did not get the love it needed to get.
All right,
Nah.
So if this is your first arcane game and you like it, dude, get Prey.
Hey man,
Dishonored is cool. Dishonored 1. I didn't play Dishonored 2, but Dishonored 1 was okay.
Phil Spencer with the stimulus package. Throw down Light 2 in the Game Pass. Save the game.
The other game major game that also suffered a delay was Battlefield 2042. Moving its release to just under a month. November 19th is the new date.
Yep, that one's not as bad.
That was not as bad.
It's
But
not
I'm still
as bad.
I seen people saying that they thought that was going to get pushed out to 2022.
Nah, they didn't say thought. They were telling people it was getting pushed.
They were telling people it was getting pushed out to 2022. But like, if that would have happened, boy, oh boy, that game would have been deep.
Yo, Smooth, I think your fellow Xbox representatives, they need to apologize to the community with their lies.
All right, break it down, Barry. Break it down. What's going on?
No, I'm just saying, deal or no deal. As a gamer, you can't be telling people that it's getting pushed to 2022 and not come out and say I was wrong. You know what I mean? That's the. You gotta deal with it.
So that's where that came from.
I just picked up on that too. I was like, "What?"
Right. Deal or no deal.
But so like, where's Call of Duty at?
Call of Duty's in November.
Actually, no,
November
6th.
Early November, right?
Yeah.
So, because Battlefield, when they launch, they typically try to launch before
yes.
Call of Duty, and they were in position to do that. And now they're launching after. I mean, I don't know if this changes things. It's sort of like an unimpactful delay in terms of them because they're still within the midst of the holiday season, October to November. I thought like I bought into the rumors because like I remember I posted a poll. I was like, "What game's gonna be the next to get delayed?" And I made sure I included Battlefield. But like it would have been odd to see it if it got delayed into 2022 because if it did, that means it's February. That's what I was looking at. I was like, they're gonna move it to February or March. But it's good that they was able to move it 3 weeks. So that's
EA wants to ship that game holiday season. They're not gonna delay that game into 2022.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't think this is gonna affect it that much. Even with like Call of Duty releasing close, they typically do launch in October. Usually the Battlefield games do, but honestly, with like the way Call of Duty's been going, like I'm sure the campaign for Vanguard is going to be it's going to be really good.
Yep.
The single player campaigns are usually very, very well done. But you got two Call of Duty veterans that can tell you that the multiplayer is just looking ass and
I want you guys to speak on that.
And a lot of Call of Duty, but a lot of Call of Duty, a lot of the Call of Duty casuals have shifted over to Warzone, and stuff like that. Right. So with Battlefield, I don't think Battlefield has too much to worry about when it comes to that.
I actually disagree. I think Battlefield has a lot to worry about because, despite me not liking this COD or this new COD, because it's very similar to Modern Warfare 2019. Modern Warfare 2019 still broke records. It had a very huge popping player base. So with this Call of Duty, I definitely think it's going to break records. Right? It's got Laura Bailey in it. One of my favorite VAs out here. So it's definitely going to break records, and people are definitely going to buy the game. And the fact that COD has at least 2 weeks of freedom and no other shooter in competition from October till mid-November, that's tough.
I have a question for you in regards to that. Because do you think the multiplayer experience, because we're not even talking about Warzone, if you're just the multiplayer of Call of Duty Vanguard, do you think that's sustainable enough to maintain a player base of gamers? Because at least Modern Warfare 2019 had that to a certain extent. I don't think Vanguard's going to sustain a good base of gamers for a while because, like I said before in previous podcasts, they're essentially using the multiplayer as a Trojan horse to get people to rank up their weapons for Warzone.
No, I disagree because even if we look at Cold War, Cold War, they're still supporting that game to this day. They've been adding new maps, new seasons, new guns, new battle passes every season, new game modes and things like that. The community on Cold War is very, very active
because it's a good game. I don't think Vanguard's going to hold the attention of gamers like how. I don't think Vanguard's going to hold the attention like Cold War did.
I think Vanguard's going to hold the attention because as much as I don't like the gameplay and the mechanics of the game, they are catering around the core, multiplayer because like with Modern Warfare, I think they launched with like 8 or 10 maps when that game came out. This joint launched with 20 core maps. You know what I mean? They're gonna have a lot of content for core multiplayer with Vanguard. So that is a good sign for it. But to be honest with you, the gameplay, I don't like it at all. It's like Modern Warfare 2019. So I could care less. I hope Battlefield demolishes COD so they can learn and listen to the best list on YouTube and not these bum ass motherfuckers that's on here talking about they like Modern Warfare.
Call of Duty shows. The reason I think Battlefield. I think Battlefield is going to dominate because, like, you think about the last 2 Battlefield games of Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 5. Obviously, they were World War II shooters, and people wanted to bring it back to the Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 era of combat, on top of the additional features that they're adding to the game with the portal mode and stuff like that. So I think this Battlefield is going to be the most engaging Battlefield we've had in years.
Yo, and when it comes out again?
November 19th.
November 19th.
I don't think all right, so this is real talk. I don't think COD has to worry about Battlefield, but I can tell you what game do have to worry about Battlefield. I know we on Planet Xbox, but Halo is because it's launching right next to it. You know what I mean? The 22nd Halo launches the 7th or the 8th.
Different.
That's a good segue. So September 24th is when Halo Infinite is going to have a second multiplayer preview event. So if you guys aren't signed up with Halo Insider, make sure you guys go to Halo Waypoint, become a Halo Insider, and then September 24th, that's when invites are going to go out. So there's going to be more focus on arena PvP. So obviously there's going to be more player versus player instead of all bots like it was before.
Yes, sir.
Don't boy, you saying that people not going to stream this one?
Oh, people are
stream this one.
They better stream this shit. I'm streaming that shit. Because you
can't
listen.
Halo.
Listen, man, them bots are one thing, but you gotta show off your skill again. Cause listen, these dudes on Twitter be capping like they really be playing the game. Where's your gameplay?
Yes, sir.
No,
Smooth. I'm coming for you too on Halo too, man. You better be ready.
I'm gonna be ready, y'all. Like I said, I've been like I'm hoping this flight or whatever it is, this preview is like, I don't know. Hopefully, it shows more improvements. And not be more of the same. Is good that they're having player versus player. I'm assuming we're gonna get different maps. I know they're doing. Are we testing big team battle as well?
I don't know. So they didn't mention big team battle, but they did mention that there's gonna be objective game modes thrown in there as well.
Okay.
So it's not gonna be straight up Slayer.
Cool.
Yo, are they testing the co-op?
Oh man.
You don't even get me on that right now.
All right, so
I'll fall back.
One thing I want to get topic I want to get out of the way before we jump into the main event is the MPDs came out for August, and the biggest talk of this MPDs was regarding a game that wasn't there. Psychonauts 2, which
Psychoflops 2
on August 25th. Was a no-show on the MPD's overall top 10, top 20, and it did not appear on Xbox's top 10. I'm not sure. There's no top. I didn't see a top 20. It didn't appear in Xbox's top 10 with 5 days on the market. And people are calling the game a flop because it didn't. It doesn't appear to have sold any units. Now, just to remind you guys what happened with Psychonauts 2, it was a digital only release, and yes, I am aware that the MPDs have been tracking digital sales for the last 4 or 5 years now.
No, you aware now?
I know I've been aware. I never use that as an excuse. I've never used that as an excuse. But I use that as an excuse when people start doing that bullshit UK shit. When they start saying, "Oh, like PlayStation has 90% of the sales, and there'll be a fucking game in the UK that sold a grand total of 33,000 copies." Like. That's what I
because that's huge. UK is not as big as North America. So when those numbers do come out and it's saying that it's breaking records, it might be small on the scale of North America, but it's a big thing over there. That's what we're saying. But I don't know who you're communicating with, but when I bring up UK, that's what I'm saying.
But yeah, so Psychonauts. So the thing is, it launched. It was a digital only title. It obviously. Xbox Game Pass day and date for Xbox consoles and PC was also available for PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 via PlayStation 4 backwards compatibility. So I'm going to ask my PlayStation guests here, since you guys seem to be the experts here. Was Psychonauts 2 a true flop and why?
Let me explain, because a lot of people came on my tweet not knowing my history or my background when it comes around to these these numbers and my personal life and all that stuff. Everybody oh, Jay White, you don't know what you're talking about, Jay White. And that's why I was very shocked at Case Move. I was very shocked at NickBanks, because we've been in these trenches already. You know what I mean? Case Move should already know this already. I'm on point like a thorn out here. Okay? I'm not saying, I didn't even say Psychonauts was a flop. What I said was I'm very disappointed that the game didn't get support, as far as like, yeah, I know it was on Game Pass, but still, like, how I think as like a gamer and like a gaming enthusiast, regardless if a game is in a service or not, if I'm claiming that a game is a game of the year and I'm loving this game to death, I'm buying that shit. You know what I mean? To show my support. Like, yeah, it's one thing that you already paying for a service that that's going towards like more like Microsoft, when it comes to that service. But if I want to show like how I show my support to a developer, I'm gonna outright buy the game. So that's what my tweet was coming from. Like, damn, this game highly rated, everybody claiming game of the year. The reviews was very positive, but it didn't even chart top 10 or top 20 NPDs, and it didn't even chart on the Xbox top 10. Which was shocking. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that the game is a flop, because I don't know the sale numbers per se, but it is disappointing, regardless or not. If it's on the service or not, it's disappointing.
Well, here's my thing, right? And this is why I say, like, when it comes to a lot of people on Twitter, people really do forget what they tweet and say, and it ends up biting them in the ass, because I remember a lot of people saying, oh yeah, just because a game is in Game Pass doesn't mean people won't buy it. Game Pass is just a gateway for people to try a game, and if they like it, they'll buy it. Clearly that's bullshit, because ain't nobody. And like when the NPDs came through, right? I'm asking, where's Psychonauts? And I'm legit asking, where's Psychonauts? Because it ain't here. Oh, well, it's in Game Pass. Why would we buy it if it's in Game Pass? Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Y'all told me that Game Pass is just a gateway, and you would still buy the game after you try it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I'm gonna tell you that.
I don't understand that it increased.
Hold on.
Persona. It increased.
Hold on.
Remember?
Yeah, but some people said that. But initially, what Phil was saying was people was buying games, period, in general. They was trying different games.
Well, he was saying it out of Game Pass, though. He was saying it out of Game Pass.
Phil never direct, so it's
here y'all
like,
go. Y'all about to throw y'all Lord
Nah,
Savior under the bus.
Look, damn, it's coming, man.
Here's the thing. Here's my take with it, yo. I'll say a couple things, because in cases it's right and wrong. Now, I was on the bandwagon earlier where I was like, people will like end up buying games that are in Game Pass. Up until, here's the thing, right? That was my attitude when a lot of games that were going into Game Pass were games that I either at that point already owned and weren't playing out of Game Pass. I had already purchased them. But once Xbox started getting games literally day and day, and it literally impacted whether I was going to buy it or not, I didn't buy it. Like, I love Outriders. I loved Outriders. And I was like, hey, I might just buy it. And I was like, after I realized how much hours I put into it, that I beat the game and got like a lot of achievements, I was like, do I really need to buy it? I was like, I already played it to the point where I don't really feel like playing it no more. Not to say that it's bad, but I played enough of it. I played if I would have bought it, I played the amount of time that just as much time as if I would have bought it. So I was like, well, I kind of got my money's worth. So it's like Psychonauts is like, I beat Psychonauts. I loved it, but it's like, sure, I can buy it, but what would I just be buying it for? Just the cap? And say, hey, I bought it, haha, but I already beat the entire game.
Bro, you ain't gotta buy a game and put it on Twitter. Oh, I bought it. Yeah, nah, if you really enjoy the game and you want to support the developers, you know what I mean? You buy the game. You want to see another Psychonauts, or you want to see something from that studio, you buy the game.
Nah.
So
Microsoft is $1 trillion company.
Game Pass is a gateway for game. People were saying Game Pass is a gateway for people to buy more games. I know y'all remember. I know y'all remember.
Yeah,
come on now. That's the point that I'm trying to make here, right? Like, listen, I'm sure Psychonauts is a great game, and I most definitely, and y'all know, Smooth and Nick, and Dope and Chris, y'all know I've never wanted to see no game fail, right? I definitely want that game to be successful. But let's keep it real here. A lot of people, and here's the thing, because I remember when previews and stuff like that for this game was coming out. More specifically, Skill Up. The man said this is a game that is not worth buying, but it's great. It's in Game Pass for you to play. When you hear shit like that, and I'm paraphrasing, that's not verbatim. That's not verbatim what he said. But when you hear shit like that from prominent people within this community and industry, I mean, damn. I had said this on Mooch's podcast a couple weeks back. That is like very disrespect. I took that as disrespect to the in my opinion, to the devs and to gamers, because it's like, damn, it ain't worth buying as good as in Game Pass. Come on, man.
No, see, here's the thing, like about that, like, what he said that about Psychonauts?
Yes.
See, I would disagree. I think Psychonauts is definitely worth.
Again, he was I'm paraphrasing. Yeah. It's not verbatim word for word, but it was along those lines.
I would say, like, because there are games that I feel that aren't worth buying, that I know I won't buy it, and I was like, I would hope that it's in Game Pass so I can try. But like, for example, Psychonauts 2 is worth buying, and if Microsoft didn't buy, let's say, Double Fine, and Psychonauts 2 was on Xbox but wasn't in Game Pass, I would have bought it. Like, if that was, it's not that I don't want to buy it, it's just the thing is that I like playing video games and being a gamer, but at the end of the day, I got responsibilities. I mean, I don't gotta buy every game that releases. And I mean, if a good game's gonna launch in a service that I'm already paying for, there's not a movie I want to buy out of Netflix. I'm sorry.
All right, smooth. What's the last game you bought on your Xbox?
The last game that I bought on my Xbox would be.
Was it Scarlet Nexus?
Scarlet Nexus is like probably the last full price game I bought. I think Song of Iron was the last legit game I bought.
Okay. Nah, like I understand. I got responsibilities too, man. But at the end of the day, I love this hobby. I consider myself an enthusiast, and if there's a game that a developer create and I love it, I'm not gonna wait for a service or have a service determine whether the game is successful or not. I'm going to determine that for myself. It makes me feel good. It's no different than a movie. There's mad movie. People's questioning me when I made my tweet. Oh, so do you buy movies in Netflix and Disney Plus? Yes, I do.
I do.
You know what I mean? If I love a specific movie, I'm going to buy it. I'm not going to wait for the service when it leaves the service what I'm going to do with the movie. And it's not. I can't watch it no more. It's not in the service. You know what I mean? So I outright buy it because either I like the actor, or I like the director, the producer, or I just generally like the movie. That's just. It's not a new concept, people. This is not a new concept. If you like something, you buy it. It's not a new concept.
I'll be right back.
I want to
and Smooth, you can't. I mean, we all had, and just kind of piggyback off the whole responsibilities thing. It's the whole respect my time. I got a wife. It's the whole respect my time bit. But like, listen, like Bart said, we all got responsibilities, bills, kids, wife, house, mortgage, and all that shit. I agree 100%, 1,000,000%. But I mean, we all have hobbies. What's your hobby? What's the hobby that you like to do? I enjoy gaming. It's a hobby. I'm an enthusiast. I'm gonna support the devs that I enjoy and want to see continue to succeed and thrive. That's why we got Marvel. Wolverine.
Okay, so supporting
guys. I'll be right back.
Supporting the devs is not supporting the service. You're not supporting the devs by that.
I don't think so. No.
All right, give me the main reason.
All right, let me ask you this question.
Somebody tell me why.
Let me ask you this question, Mick, before you continue. What is the most optimal way to support the developer? You buying into Game Pass, or you actually buying the game outright?
It depends on the publishing deal, right?
Oh, come on.
Come on, Nick.
Yo, come on, bro.
Let me ask my attorney real quick.
Oh, my God. Go ahead.
Hey, man, I told you I got the best damage control. But seriously, though. Oh, so we going to act like that's not a big factor, though?
That's cap, bro.
What does the publisher have to do with anything where you want to support the developer?
All right, let me understand the question. Right. What does the publishing deal have to do with the question? Is that clear?
Yeah, no. What does the publisher have to do with the developer? I asked you, what is the most optimal way to support a developer? the service that you buy into, or actually buying the game outright?
Buying the game depending on the publishing deal, dog. Like
No.
I mean, that's
Let me address. Let me address this.
Let me.
Oh, we
Hold
know
on.
you just bang
Let me explain why. Let me explain why. Can I explain why?
I get what Nick's trying to say. Say if Xbox is like, hey, we'll give you $500,000 or $1 million, put this game on our service. Is that going to be a better deal for the developer to take that $1 million and run? Or are they going to say, no, we believe in our game, put it on the platform, and then it don't sell, it don't make $1 million, and then they look like fools because they could have got the $1 million right off the bat, put the game on the service, and then get the bag. I get what Nick's trying to say.
That's all. Basically,
that's outside. But that's outside of the question that Barney is asking.
No,
it's a direct question.
Hear me out.
Go ahead.
No. It's very different.
That's more so Microsoft supporting that developer. I'm asking you, the consumer, what's the most optimal way
the way that I look as a consumer is what's going to be the best deal for me.
Yeah, like why would I?
I don't sit there and look at like, I have to spend $60 to put. I'm already playing this game on the service that I already pay for. Why do I got to go put another $60 on top of it into?
Again, you're not understanding
that. I understand that, but that's still not answering the question.
I don't think you're fully understanding exactly what they're saying. They're saying if you support. Okay, this is what they're saying, right?
Obviously, Double Fine is owned by Xbox. Double Fine is owned by Xbox.
You're not answering the question. You're not answering the question.
Over me, bro? Obviously, as a consumer, you're gonna try to find the best deals and things, obviously, but that's not what they're saying. They're not saying that you don't have to do that. They're saying that if you truly love a game and you truly love the developer that made the game, the best way to support it is to buy the game. That's all they're saying.
Why would I as a consumer spend $6 on something
Look. No, that's a different. Oh man, that's a different. No, listen.
If you love something, why would I spend?
Barry, Jay Barry, ask me the question. Ask me the question right now.
All right, Dopest Jay. What for you is the most optimal way for you to support the developer? You supporting a service or you buying the game outright?
If a developer makes a game that they put effort to and that they market it and that I believe I'm going to enjoy, I'm going to spend my $60 or $70 on the game. Here's why. Who cares about the publishing deals? There are incentives that these developers have to hit in order for them to be able to continue to make games. People in the chat I see right now are saying, oh, but the developers are already getting paid. It's not about them getting paid. It's about the success of their video games. If the video game isn't successful, they can't make future titles. That's why you see certain studios being relegated to support studios.
All right, great. But you can't really apply that logic to an Xbox first-party studio who has a subscription service.
Yes, you can.
They're not. Who's to say they're not? They're not judged on the same level.
Yes, you can, because they didn't take away the option for you not to buy the game.
So Microsoft expects a Psychonauts to sell like 10 million. That's their goal, and that's how they're going to incentivize them.
All right, so now you're trying to change. You're changing now you're changing the argument. Here's the thing.
You have to. It's a first-party studio.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a part of it.
All right. So based on Xbox's business model, right, of putting games in Game Pass, right? For them, sales doesn't even matter. If the game launches into the service and there's no engagement, there's going to be consequences for that as well.
You say engagement?
I got a question.
Because you just switched the argument from sales to Game Pass. That's why I'm saying engagement.
Because Smooth. Let Smooth finish what he was saying. Go ahead.
Here's a question. If there's no Psychonauts 3, whose fault is that?
Well, if there's no Psychonauts 3, it's because there doesn't need to be. It really doesn't. There's no need for a Psychonauts 3.
What you talking about?
Hold on. I think y'all misconstrued what's going on though.
I'm not misconstrued. You ain't even answered my question yet, Nick. But go ahead.
I'm gonna answer it. But you think that they put all this money in Game Pass not to get people to subscribe to it to play the games that they put in.
Yeah,
there.
but
That's
Game Pass
different.
is not specifically just for that game. I'm talking about the more optimal. I'm not saying that Game Pass doesn't support the game. I'm saying what is the most optimal way to support the developer. Rather it being in the you being in the service, supporting the service, or you buying the game outright.
The developer. I'm sorry, bro, but I'm sorry. The support the developer. At the end of the day, bro, like, okay, it's the developer's job because that's the industry they chose to make fucking video games. Their job should be paying them. They released the product. I consume the product. How I consume the product is up to the dev and publishers, whoever is a part of releasing that damn game. The support and development bullshit, that you can use that argument to a bunch of the indie guys that are literally trying to get games out. Like, so shout out to Ariel Knight for his Never Yield game. That's to support the developership. I don't want.
I'm not saying that
15
Game Pass isn't supporting the developer. However, they supporting the developer. I'm asking as a consumer, you like video games, you enjoy this hobby. Mm-hmm. What is the most optimal way to support the developer?
Absolutely. Word of mouth.
That's what I'm asking. I'm not trying to come at you. You having Game Pass. I'm trying to open your eyes to tell you that if you like this hobby, if you're an enthusiast of this hobby, yes, I get it. Games in the service is cool. You save money. But if you want to continue to support this hobby, you have to buy your games.
Hey, Jay Barry, what happened to Outriders? Explain that. The game launched into Game Pass because of the publisher, not the developers. And what's happening? The developers are not getting their fucking money because nobody supported the game.
But here's the thing about Outriders as well.
Yeah.
When Outriders first came out, people were talking about engagement numbers, just 3.5 million, 4 million, all this other shit. And I seen a lot of Xbox dudes praising that and touting Game Pass as the reason for the success of the game. And I'm like, engagement numbers don't equal sales. Like that's not a valid
totally
metric.
Yeah,
that's not a valid metric. Hold on. That's not a valid metric to go by in terms of the monetary success of a game, in my opinion. Because people keep saying, Game Pass is gonna keep communities alive and all this other stuff when it comes to online gaming and things like that. But how does that translate monetarily in terms of monetary success? Can't measure it. And clearly, again, people can fly and, people are saying, oh, it's Square Enix fault because they didn't give them the money. And I'm saying it's Square Enix isn't giving them their check because Square Enix ain't meet their quota.
I'm gonna tell you this. Ubisoft made about $10 billion from Google without even selling a single unit on Google Stadia. So, I mean, there's ways that these publishers and developers get money. So
that's why I said
you said $10 million.
I said $10 billion. They made about
$10 billion. I thought you said $10 million.
They made about $10 billion from Google by just agreeing to put their game on the platform.
Yeah, but what does it have to do? What does it have to do with you? You know what I mean? That $10 billion can go.
Yeah, so what is that? So why do I have to support the developer? They got other means of getting money.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, if they put out a product that you like and you don't buy it, regardless, they had that $10 billion that goes towards everything else. You know what I mean? They won't put out that sequel that you want.
Developers is on welfare, bro. Like they don't need help. Like they're doing their job and they're getting paid. Like
no, it's not about them getting paid. It's about the ability to make more games.
I got a scenario for you. I got a good.
Not getting paid. What the what?
I got a scenario for you.
How many more games is they getting paid?
Why is there a force to Horizon 5? Why is there a force?
I got a fact check. I got a fact check. Smooth. Who said Ubisoft made $10 billion?
I was over exaggerating, buddy.
Okay, and they made $20 million. Not no $10 billion.
Yeah, I was over exaggerating. That's still a whole lot of money, buddy.
Wait, hold on. They made 20 million or 20 billion?
20 million.
20 million.
You know how much a game costs to make?
Yeah, but what they did was port games to Stadia.
It does not matter. 20 million ain't shit.
Games like 100, 150, 200
million to make.
Bro,
you want games on the caliber?
You realize what Ubisoft did to get games on Stadia? All they did was move the PC version.
But you're looking at that $20 million number and thinking that that's a sustainable amount for the game's creation, marketing, paying the devs and everybody and all this other shit. Absolutely not.
I got a better one for you and Jay Barry.
People keep mixing operating costs.
Why is there
profit?
Hold on.
Why is there a fifth Forza Horizon game? Since they're not making enough money to make other games. Why is there another Forza Horizon game coming? Why? Why has there been 5 gears?
Because it's a
Plus
different
a spin-off.
there's a different operating model
People were
at
buying
Xbox
gears.
compared to other games. But let me ask you, you guys said the developers are.
How did State and K get a second game?
Can I finish my point? All right. So you said Ole Man said this specifically. They're getting paid to make games, right? If you get paid to do a job, you have a job, you have a career, you get paid to do it, right? Now, if you're not performing, what's the point of me paying you to do your job to continue to do it?
But if
you're getting paid to make a product and that product is expected to perform and it doesn't perform, you're not going to make that product anymore. That's what gaming's all about. It's entertainment in general.
Yo, Dope as J, it's like this as well. Smooth is doing a podcast or YouTube. He's already getting paid through ad revenue. There's no need for me to put a super chat in there then. If I want to support Smooth, because he's already getting paid.
You guys are making this shit.
Hold on, Smooth.
That's what you're saying. You already getting paid through ad revenue and all that stuff. So there's no need to put a super chat in there, Smooth, for people to support you. Because you already getting paid.
Same concept.
Jay Barry, I got a question for you, right? You and
by the way, drop the super chat for my man Smooth. By the way, go ahead. Nick,
hold that thought. Megan Davo says Xbox is trash for $2. Hold on, I feel like I missed Michael Gross says nobody cares and
cared enough to put $5 in.
Yeah, Nick, please ask your question because I'm getting myself a headache and we're definitely gonna go into the next.
All right, let me just ask this one question and close that one out. Did y'all buy Destruction All Stars on launch day, or did y'all get it?
Get it on PlayStation Plus,
bruh. I pre-ordered Destruction All Stars. I got it through PS Plus, and I bought it. I enjoyed the game. And
you're telling me you're a fool with your money. I get you.
Nick, you barking up the wrong tree.
I'm not a fool with my money. I knew when I saw the trailer of the game, I was already sold in the game, so I pre-ordered it. They canceled the pre-order and they put it through PS Plus. I played the game through PS Plus. I enjoyed the game. When the game came out outside of PS Plus, I bought the game because I wanted to support the developer further. I like what they're doing.
Shit? I was about to ask that. You still playing it?
Barry, matter of fact, you know what you should do? The next time you think about buying some bullshit, send that shit to me. I'll do something better with the money. I'm just saying, I'm sorry, that's bad advice. That is bad advice. Y'all just giving people bad advice,
and I'm gonna buy it.
You got these people feeling guilty that if they don't buy a game that they're hurting.
I'm not putting a guilt trip on anybody. I'm basically saying that if you are an enthusiast and you want to further support the industry that you love, you have to buy your games. That's what I'm saying. I'm not putting a guilt trip. I'm not saying that these services are not supporting the developers either, but I'm saying there's an optimal way to support the developer. That is buying the game outright. It doesn't matter what you try to bring up, what you try to put in there. That is a fact. That buying the game outright is the most optimal way to support a developer. I'm not saying that you have to go out and buy every single game. You don't have to go out and buy every single game, but if you like a specific game, I like Destruction All Star, so I bought it. I don't see an issue. You think that's crazy? I don't think that's crazy. I'm thinking,
developer made Tales of Arise?
Cool. I'm going to support them.
Who made Tales of Arise? No, they published it. Who made it?
Namco.
Namco. Yeah.
All right. Let me find another fucking because there's
argument.
No.
Argument crumbling.
No. It's not crumbling. All right. Hold on.
The walls will fall like Saigon, nigga.
Okay. Hold on, buddy. All right, hold on. I gotta find another game, a traditional.
Man, let's move on, man. All
right, when I think of it, because I think y'all super cap. All right, PlayStation Showcase happened, and the last episode of Planet Xbox we did, the name of the podcast was "Should Xbox Be Worried About the PlayStation Showcase?" And I think it was.
This is what happens when you buy games.
Facts.
Your company, your preferred platform could go out and make business deals like this and get KOTOR, Wolverine, Forspoken.
So,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, because the floor is really about.
KOTOR's on PC, so it's not exclusive, right?
I'm curious to know your guys, uninterrupted thoughts on the PlayStation Showcase, and
All right, I guess I could start. The showcase is a 10 out of 10, a 9 out of 10. It was a great showcase. PlayStation did a good job of showing why you need to own a PlayStation 5, right? They out here making chess moves, as you saw at the beginning, letting you know we play chess, not checkers. You understand? And again, they showed there was that middle was a little spooky. I think we all can agree there, right? I don't think no one on either side, PlayStation, Xbox, or whatever, are disagreeing that the middle wasn't at least a tad bit spooky to my liking. But for what they show, God of War, GT, Spider-Man, Wolverine, KOTOR, Forspoken, Tina's Tiny Wonder World. I think it's one or two more games. But they showed a lot of great stuff there that I'm definitely picking up, and Xbox most definitely needs to be worried because especially when you grab a title like KOTOR, something that the Xbox fans have been asking for a very long time, and then you see the partnership with Marvel get redone, and now they got Wolverine. Come on, man.
Buy a PS5, bub.
Buy a PS5, Berserker Barrage. You understand? Listen, man, I'm just saying, it's time to get a PlayStation 5 if you don't have one. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah, shit. I thought the show is exactly what I expected. Like last week I came in there, I was like, I'm not gonna make any predictions or anything like that. The only thing I expect there was God of War, but I expect some banger announcements, and shit like that. So starting off with like KOTOR, which is crazy. It's very, very crazy because if y'all remember when we did our Xbox E3 prediction, right before the Xbox E3, I literally told you guys, I said, if Microsoft can bring back Knights of the Old Republic and make it a remake and make it exclusive to Xbox, I will buy Xbox day one for that game. Only to turn around a couple months later and it's actually PlayStation bringing it back, and it's timed exclusive, right, to PlayStation, and it's on PC as well. It's just fucking crazy to me, especially after the whole beginning section or the whole beginning intro, right? The whole we're playing chess, not checkers or whatever. And going back to one of the conversations last week about, remember when Jeff Grubb was saying that the things that Sony is doing, right, is they're doing it more smart. They're doing like these little more smarter acquisitions and shit like that or whatever, right? Because they're playing chess. So it's like, yeah, Xbox, they bought Bethesda and they announced a bunch of new games with the Bethesda acquisition. We saw new games like Redfall and stuff like that being announced. But like what Smooth said in his video, because those are like new games and we didn't see gameplay or whatever, it's not as impactful as something like a Knights of the Old Republic, which is a known game. It is one of the most amazing Western RPGs like ever. It's like my favorite Western RPGs of all time. I played it. Game has a 94 on Metacritic with over 70 reviews. Like a lot of people love the game, and we've been asking for this because it is the best Star Wars game. It's better than any other Star Wars game that I've ever played. And I played a lot of them. There's been, cool ones or whatever. So the fact that Sony brought it back and they're publishing it and they're funding it and whatever. And we know how PlayStation does these timed exclusive deals for these big games. So people are just assuming it's just going to be 1 year or whatever. I don't know. It could be 6 months. It could be 3 months. I have no idea. But usually with PlayStation, with these type of deals, is usually timed exclusive for a good amount of time, right? And then of course, I'm not gonna take too much time, right? But obviously, Project Eve, amazing. I've been knowing about I've been knowing. You got Xbox and Persona. I put them on this game like a while ago, like months ago. You know what I mean? I was like one of the first people. Actually speaking about this game because it was revealed like last year and shit like that. So I'm excited for that. Forspoken, absolutely, it looks absolutely amazing. Yeah, it's a little corny with the dialogue or whatever, right? It's isekai and shit like that, but the gameplay, the scale of the game looks amazing. Then you have all the middle section part, which I didn't really like. I didn't like that Rainbow Six Siege was there. I didn't like that or excuse me, Extraction. I didn't like that Grand Theft Auto Expanded and Enhanced was underwhelming. As far as like the graphical updates and shit like that, I didn't like of Deathloop being there as well. I felt like they didn't need to show out that all that shit. But after they started going into the first party showcase, because when you really think about it, everybody's problem with the showcase is mainly on like the third party games, right? But when you got to that fragrance section, right? When they showed the trailer, yo, Wolverine, like I lost my mind. I was like, holy fuck. They got another Marvel character. Insomniac is doing another Marvel character and shit like that. And plus all the clues in the character in the trailer about Hulk and shit like that. So it's like that shit right there was like, holy fuck, right? And then they show Gran Turismo 7, which is the best next gen looking racer. You know what I mean? It has ray tracing, has all that shit in the game. Looks absolutely amazing. The only next gen racer, right? Then Spider-Man 2. Then they dropped the bomb with Spider-Man 2 and showed Venom in that shit. And by the way, Kiss Move, that is in game. All right, they came out.
Is it gameplay? Is it gameplay?
Right? No, they're not showing you direct gameplay. But here's the thing with Insomniac, and I don't know why y'all keep denying and doubting Insomniac. They do this every single time. Every single time. Look at Spider-Man 2016 reveal. There was no gameplay in that. But the final game, it looked better than that, and everything you were doing was in that game. But when you look at the part where you first see Spider-Man, he does a little aerial combo, he does this charge up. That's like an in-game animation. So what they're doing is like, what I assume they're doing, I can't confirm this, but that they're taking like the finishers of the game and making it more cinematic as far as for the trailer and the camera cuts or whatever. But that's in-game. You know what I mean? They confirmed that. I don't know why anybody would deny Insomniac at this
don't
point.
let Smooth fool you, bro. He definitely a changed man after seeing this PlayStation showcase.
Yeah.
That man asking Xbox to make the Wonder Twins game.
Yeah, so they showed that shit with Venom. That's gonna be crazy. And then obviously God of War looks absolutely amazing. It looks great and shit like that. I see the visuals improvements and shit like that. Some people are idiots when it comes to that, but we could talk about that in a little bit. But overall, like what Sony is doing, like Microsoft is going around like making these big acquisitions, but the way Sony is positioning themselves was like these big games like Marvel and shit like that. Right now, if you're into Marvel, if you love Marvel, you have to get a PlayStation. Now PlayStation is going to be the home of Marvel and everything Marvel and stuff like that. Even like the third party games like Avengers, you're getting exclusive stuff on PlayStation. You know, if you like Star Wars and if you're into Knights of the Old Republic, you have to get a PlayStation. The same thing. If you like Final Fantasy, you have to get a PlayStation. If you like fighting games, you have to get a PlayStation or whatever. So in terms of like Microsoft, how they need to respond, I don't know, because when you think about it, Smooth, Microsoft, like I remember when PlayStation got Street Fighter 5 or PlayStation 4 got Street Fighter 5 as an exclusive, Phil Spencer said he told the fans that he was gonna have an answer to that or some sort of counter to that deal. What happened? Nothing. In 2016, when we found out Spider-Man was a PlayStation exclusive, everybody was like, Phil, you need a Marvel character, Xbox, you need a DC character, whatever. Right? What happened? 5 years later, there was no response to that. You know what I mean? So it wouldn't surprise me if Xbox is like their best response is like Indiana Jones or some shit like that. But other than that, man, I thought a lot of the middle kind of dragged it down for me. So my overall score, I would say, because of like the pacing in the middle, if they would have rearranged some stuff and kept some stuff out, my overall score is like an 8.5 out of 10. But I feel like the games that were announced that made the most impact, like made the content of like the showcase, like a 10 out of 10. So yeah, absolutely, yeah, I'm thrilled. Man.
Even though you didn't get no gameplay, it's cool, right?
We got gameplay.
That's a lie. That is a lie. I don't understand the whole notion of people saying, oh, there was no gameplay shown. There was actually only 3 trailers. Well, 2, because I think Spider-Man, they're just showing off like the finishers, you know what I mean, for the game. But it's only really like 2 trailers that were just only CGI. You know what I mean? Everything else had gameplay in there. So what you're talking about there, Nick? Explain yourself, please.
Well, from the games that like the paramount parts of the showcase was Wolverine and KOTOR. That's what everybody was, and I give God of War the thing, but we all knew God of War was going to be there. That was no surprise, right? Yes, no. Maybe.
God of War is not a surprise.
Anyway, man.
Yeah. Right, so 2 games out of a showcase of like 19 games,
though, right?
What?
It was the main. I'm not saying it's a problem with them not showing gameplay for those games. They fall out. We all know that. But what I'm saying is, I just want the same energy. You can't say we only seen 4 seconds of Avowed, and that's no gameplay. But they are known for producing.
This is the problem. This is the problem.
Let me finish.
This is the problem with Xbox gamers. You guys love to leave out context. When we speak about things, you guys love to just negate the context and just quickly assume what people are thinking about. When we got on the Xbox show about no gameplay, 2020 they showed a whole bunch of reveal trailers, right? Announcements. I didn't personally have an issue with that. My issue really came from the fact that you have all these studios now, but there was nothing there like concrete as far as like, damn, here's what we're working on. It's just mostly announcements, trailers. So I excuse that, right? 2021 E3 came around. You did the same thing. What gameplay was being there? The games that you announced last year didn't even show up. You know what I mean? So that is where the issue was, where the whole, where's the gameplay come from when we talk about the Xbox shows? You've been announcing the stuff. I always said, and I've asked Persona, I've always debated a lot of PlayStation fans when it comes to like reveal trailers. I don't think it's necessary for a reveal trailer to have gameplay there. They're just announcing the game, right? If it has the gameplay there, that is just a bonus to me. But the next time the game is being shown and there's no gameplay, that's an issue. And that's what happens with Xbox shows in the past 2 years. It's an issue. So that's the context. But to go into my score for this joint, I gave it a 9 out of 10. I felt like the showcase was great. Yes, the middle part wasn't as appetizing as the beginning and the end. But at the end of the day, what was shown in the beginning and the end was way stronger than what was shown in the middle. So yeah, I came out of here like I'm going to be already buying like a bunch of games. Knights of the Old Republic for sure. Project Eve, Tiny Tina's Wonder World, Forspoken, Ghostwire Tokyo. A trailer was showing that I wanted to see because I kind of wanted to see an actual story trailer. The first time they showed it, it was just gameplay. We didn't really get a concept of what's going on in the game other than my man doing Naruto signs. Marvel of the Guardians of the Galaxy is a game that I love Marvel properties. I love Guardians of the Galaxy. I despised the game when it was first shown at E3. I hated it. I was like, this game looks like hot garbage. Square Enix stabbed me in the heart when they revealed that game. But I feel like this trailer, it looked way better than what I saw back in E3, and it sold me on the game where I pre-ordered right after the show. Deathloop was already a game I always was interested, but I was just tired of seeing Deathloop. I'm like, why you keep showing this game? But hey, I guess we know why they keep showing the game, because it's a critical hit, right? This whatever scary game, Amnesia, whatever, and India, the indie game Techia, not really interested. The Uncharted announcement for PS5 was cool, but I felt like the execution was bad because you have a show called PlayStation Showcase and you have a PC announcement in there. I don't know who the fuck was that's okayed that. You could have put that in a tweet or a blog after. Jim Ryan. Yeah, that was horrible execution right there. You can't be titling something PlayStation Showcase and have PC announcements. But other than that, Wolverine, big reveal. Gran Turismo 7, big showcase right there. Spider-Man 2, big reveal. We got 2 enemies that they already announced there. Big reveal. God of War, gameplay, what we wanted. We wanted to see the trailer. We wanted to see the game. We finally see what Ragnarok is doing. Introducing new characters. It's going to be a great game. So overall, I came out with it like, yeah, there were certain games that I didn't want to see there, like the Rainbow Six and the Alan Wake, the GTA 5. I didn't really want to care about that, but the strong point for me personally was so strong is that I ignored that stuff. You know what I mean? So overall, the show was good. And at the end of the day, regardless how I look at it, if the beginning is good and the ending is good, that's a good show to me. You know what I mean? Yeah, the middle can be dry a little bit, but you finished out strong. You started strong. That's a great show. So I gave it a 9 out of 10 because a lot of the games that were shown, I'm interested in it. interested in, and this was a big reveal, and the impact of the games that was shown was huge. Because now we still talking about this show, even though it was a week ago. We did it. Matter of fact, it was like a week and a half ago. The show came out. Whenever the show came out, it was a huge showcase, man. So that's why I gave it a score. I don't really give a damn if you guys disagree, but 9 out of 10.
Yo, that nice for over play. That one stings. I know that one stings. That one hurts.
Dope.
7 out of 10.
Why, sir?
The main reason why it was a 7 out of 10 was because of that middle part. That shit was putting me to sleep. GTA 5, do not give a shit. Rainbow Six Extraction, you guys know how I feel about that game. It's a fucking scam. Guardians of the Galaxy, I don't care about Marvel games from Square Enix. You can miss me with that. That Vampire Blood Hunt, no, I don't want it. Deathloop, I've seen that like 20 times already in the past year. I know what Deathloop is. And yeah, that middle part was definitely an L, but everything else, God of War Ragnarok, I'm incredibly excited for. Spider-Man 2, of course. Wolverine, huge announcement. Forspoken, that is my most anticipated game for 2022. Aside from God of War, like I know what I'm gonna get from God of War, but Forspoken being a brand new IP and seeing what they're doing with that game, I'm very excited for it. And obviously, Ghostwire Tokyo, you have Knights of the Old Republic. I'm very excited for it too because I never played the original one. Heard nothing but great things about it. So, yeah. Also Project Eve. I just find it hilarious the reaction from the dude from Digital Foundry about the chick from Project Eve. That's
Alex.
That's just funny, man. Alex is a funny guy. And nothing but memes from him.
The weird comment. Weird comment.
Yeah, very weird comment, but yeah, 7 out of 10. I thought it was a good showcase. I definitely like last year's showcase better than this year. I don't know. I feel like there was more hype for me for last year than this year, but there's more like heavy hitting announcements this year with the Culture remake and then also having Wolverine.
Okay. Yeah, if you pay attention to like the last two shows prior to this, like last year's show, it was structured the exact same way. Like they start off strong, and then in the middle, like it slows down with like indie games and like third-party games or whatever. Some of them are hits and miss, and then they end off strong. All of their showcase has been structured that same way.
Okay. Old Man, your score.
I'd probably around the same as what dope is. I'd give it like 7.5, maybe an 8. That and the same complaints probably across the board. Is that middle was just like I was just sitting there. I was like, why are you just constantly focused on, all these third-party titles? Because I guess when I think of PlayStation Showcase, I was expecting, just Sony stuff after Sony stuff, and then to see, third-party titles for like a good 25 minutes of that showcase. I was a little bit upset, but Project Eve looks great and I'm excited for that game because I've been waiting for Bayonetta 3 to come out. And who knows when that game's ever going to come out. So for this to kind of take place of Bayonetta 3, obviously God of War looks phenomenal. I don't know why people are sitting there saying they don't look good. The game looks phenomenal. Spider-Man 2, I love Spider-Man's. I think, Spider-Man Miles Morales great. So to see Spider-Man 2, Insomniac, I think is a great studio for PlayStation to have just in general. They're pumping out nothing but great high quality products left and right. And so I'm just pumped for, not to see that, not them only be doing Spider-Man, but then also be doing Wolverine. So those are two great games. And then the only thing I was kind of like a little bit disappointed, I don't know if it's just kind of my expectations or kind of what I was hoping for, but there was some stuff in there that, people were throwing stuff, rumors this, rumor there. And I was just kind of hoping that like PlayStation would have come up with, and I think it's due time, another SOCOM I would like. And so I was kind of hoping that because I think SOCOM 4 got really shafted when it released because that happened right around when the big PlayStation Network outage happened, that, the service was down for like a whole month straight. And like SOCOM 4 didn't really get that chance. Like basically, boom, after that, Zipper Interactive was out of business basically. So I would like, something multiplayer wise. I know they're doing some games, but I was like, man, now with the PlayStation 5 would be like, I think like a great time, especially with all the features that the PS5 has with the controllers and stuff. I was like, now would be a good time to bring back SOCOM. And so I was kind of like a little hopeful that might have showed up, and it didn't. So I was like, man, that's the one thing I think kind of disappointed me is when, and I forget who said it, but when you're talking about like the variety of like games and stuff, I just kind of felt like a lot of stuff, that's what Sony's known for, and they do a great,
David Jaffe said that.
At it. They, so Sony is honed in on making third-party action adventure games that are phenomenal and narrative focused and amazing stuff. And I would just like, and I would like to see more, I guess, more variety in like certain games. I know, I didn't care about Gran Turismo. I didn't think it looked that great. So like that didn't. I think Forza Horizon 5 looks a lot better than Gran Turismo. That's just my opinion. So like people hyping up Gran Turismo, I wasn't a big fan of, and I just wished I was like, man, because we look at that lineup, like I don't see like any game in that whole entire lineup that people could play with friends, other than if you want to say Rainbow Six Extraction, which just looks like dog shit.
What?
What?
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, continue. I'm sorry.
But no, I'm just saying, like, there's no game. I mean, what game in that playlist other than Vampire Masquerade can you sit and you play with friends, have a good time, whatever? Which one is it?
I mean, that doesn't really matter to me. They all, it's great games shown. I don't really hold if I can play with friends or not as a metric for something being good or not, personally.
Well, I'm just saying, like I was going through the whole variety aspect.
Oh yeah.
Because like everything that they showed was just like single player, action adventure games, which I said Sony does it great. Sony does it phenomenally.
Mm-hmm.
But I would just like to see like, hey, what could I play exclusively on my PlayStation that I could play with
the only next gen racer to come out, Gran Turismo 7. You can play that with your friends.
Yeah, well, I can do that with Forza Horizon 5, and it'd be much better.
That's not a next gen racer though.
Oh, come on. That game looks way better than Gran Turismo 7.
You think Forza look better than Gran Turismo 7?
That's cap. If you say yes, that's cap.
Yo, did you see in Forza Horizon 5 how my man came out the plane and landed in snow and mud and there's no snow and mud on the goddamn car? Did you see the man go through a sandstorm and there's not one speck of dirt on the car? Did you see the man run through a jungle with the puddles of water and mud? And there's no dirt on the car. Did you consider that next gen?
Can you do any of that in Gran Turismo 7?
Yes.
You can get a
you
car
can see the man with the truck driving in the dirt, and you see all the dirt and the grime on the car. Are you kidding me, Kid Smooth?
There's dirt and grime on the car in Forza.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Kid Smooth, go
some gameplay.
Look up some gameplay. This is what I'm gonna do, Kid Smooth. Kid Smooth. Listen, I'm gonna do a bet with you. I'm gonna do a bet with you, and you can't lose. Right? You can't lose if you can find dirt on that car in that Forza gameplay.
I'm talking about in any gameplay.
I will give you $100. You don't gotta give me nothing. You don't gotta give me nothing.
Can I find any gameplay of Forza Horizon 5 where dirt is actually reacting to the car? And
dirt is actually on the car. Yeah. I will give you $100. Kiss Move. Go ahead. Cool. And if you don't find it, I want a public apology on Twitter that Forza Horizon 5 is not a next gen game. Thank you, J Bar, for letting me see the light. That's why I want to see the tweet.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Nick,
are you game, Kiss Move?
I'm game.
Smooth.
I'm game.
Hold up, Smooth. Before you before you give my money away to other people, I need you to think about this.
This is easy. I got.
He's not losing money.
Oh my God, Smooth.
I see my money leaving.
He's not losing any money.
In, bro. Like,
all he got to do is a tweet. That's all he got to do. Bon, he's not losing no money.
That's I need you to think about this before you give my money away to other people.
Bon said, bet. He hopped in here real quick.
Bon, he's not betting no money. He's not losing money.
All right.
Oh man!
I'm just trying to
watch the gameplay as my man drive through dirt and water, and you see no dirt or water on that car. No dirt is kicking up on that car. If you find any dirt on that car, Kiss Move, I will give you $100. If you don't, you gotta make a tweet saying, "I apologize, Jay Barry. Forza Horizon 5 is not a next gen game."
Oh.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie, man. That's
This dude Barry crazy.
I broke down both trailers multiple times, so I know. Trust me.
Okay. Nick, your thoughts on the PlayStation
Yeah.
Showcase?
I'm gonna go ahead and give it a. I like the show, you know, so I give it a 7.5. But I was just wondering, man. Like, all right, I do agree. Like the middle stuff was kind of like meh, but what happened to Little Devils? Like the indies that they showed, I think it was just the selection of indies they chose to show. Like, even though I am different, I do want to check out the game Cheer, like, and a lot of people didn't like Ghostwire Tokyo. I'm into that, you know what I mean? And it's just different games I was checking out. Like, I already know about the other games, you know, God of Wars, you know, of course Wolverine and KOTOR was a surprise, you know, but yeah, it was pretty good though to me, you know.
I feel like when it comes to this show, a lot of people are equating like a reveal like Wolverine to a showing of like GTA 5. I mean, yeah, GTA 5 showing in the show. Like they think it's on the same level. Where you know people's like, oh, the middle of the show was bad, man. But yeah, the ending was great. But you know, Wolverine and stuff was great. But they showed GTA and did like, yo, it's not the same level. Because even when I go back to like 2016, everybody keep comparing 2016 E3 for PlayStation, right? 2016 E3 at PlayStation, that middle part, it has some weeks where some people that don't even support VR, that wasn't for you. But yet people was giving that show a 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 because of what was revealed there. But for some strange reason, as we forward in time, when it comes to this show, what was revealed and the impact doesn't have to do anything about it. It has nothing to do with it. It's all about what was shown in the middle, what dropped the score down. It's funny to me. I just find it hilarious that people would do that.
That's hard. That's
cool. We ranking the whole show, not just 3 things.
The showcase was definitely better than.
I understand that, but 2016. Like I said, a lot of people comparing 20. When I say my opinion, people like, "Yo, Barry," but 2016 was a 9 out of 10, and I'm like, okay, it was. I enjoyed 2016 as well, but and I list off the games to someone that rated the show like a 6 out of 10. I listed the games. I said, oh, so how do you feel about this game? He said, oh, that was weak. I'm not interested in none of that stuff. I said that was shown in 2016. So are you going to rate that because all these 6 games that you were not interested in, you don't have a VR, are you going to rate the show not a 9 out of 10 because of that middle section in that show, or because you rating a 9 out of 10 because what was revealed, that impact was much more greater than what that middle of the show was? People are not keeping the same energy. The same energy is not being kept when they do these scores for these shows.
I have a question for the PlayStation Nation, because there's people in this comment section. There's a lot of people on Twitter. Someone has inquired with me to ask you guys this question. They said, what do you guys think about God of War Ragnarok being a DLC? There's been people coming at that game left and right. They've been saying that there's no big improvements from the PS4 version of God of War 2018, the Ragnarok. You guys have the floor.
Let me stop you right there. First off,
this isn't me. This ain't me.
No, I know it's not you, Dope. I know it's not you, but I'm saying it's for the people that's saying that.
Yeah.
Did you play the first? See, here's the problem. Did they play the first game? If they didn't play the first game, shut the fuck up, respectfully. Because your point, your opinion, your questions, they don't matter. That's the first thing. Second of all, clearly we both were not watching the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly, because when you look at the backgrounds, when you look at the area, the weather, the amount of enemies and NPCs and the amount of shit that's going on. When he got on the boat and was swimming through the water, and you see all the people walking around in the town and all this other shit. I don't know what y'all were looking at, but that's definitely not just some DLC. And if we judge him by DLCs, then when it comes to DLCs, at least the Miles Morales DLC that people like to talk about. Well, at least that's getting completion. Let's compare the completion of Miles Morales DLC to DLC on Xbox.
I apologize for the interruption, but before I give my review, I need Jabari to look at the YouTube screen.
Where's the dirt on the car?
Look at the
Look
at the dirt, buddy.
Car, bro.
There's no like.
There's no dirt on the car, bro.
You're not saying that's not dirt, bro. You're saying it's not dirt.
No, you are looking at the tire kicking up dirt. There's no actual dirt on the car. Smooth, stop it, bro. What are you talking about?
Show us, Brian. Show him what dirt looks like on the car. Show him what dirt looks like on the car.
Let me go to Gran Turismo and I'm gonna show him what dirt looks like on the car.
Man, you can't do that, but you can't do that. You can't do that.
You don't see no specks of dirt. You don't see the specks of dirt on the car.
You're looking at a dust cloud that got kicked up from the dirt on the
Where did it
not actually on the car.
Where did it land?
Mud or dirt?
It's on the car.
Where's the splatter?
Bro, that is not dirt on the car, bro.
Where is the splatter effect?
Play the video. Play the video, please. That is not because go look at it in motion. Go look at it in motion. Smooth. Stop play. Yo, Smooth. Trust me. I did a breakdown of this jump many times, bro. You're not gonna get me.
I'm did a breakdown. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna show you dirt. How dirt look in the car. The only next gen racer. It's crazy.
Yo, you must be talking about mud. We pulled up dirt. You sure you ain't talking about mud?
No. Dirt sticks to your car.
Yo, Nick, come on, bro. You better than that. He is showing a drift. He's showing a drift where the dirt sand is kicking up from the
hitting the car.
back wheel.
And it's hitting
it
the
is
car.
not actually being on the car. Like it's not, because if you run the clip after the clip, you're not going to see no dirt on the car. I know the specific spot that he's on because, like I said, I did a breakdown on my channel of the video. His move's he's not going to get me here. Trust me.
It's hitting the car, buddy. It's hitting the car.
Put the joint in motion. Put it in motion, please.
We need to wait for the final build to do all this stuff for both versions, bro.
I gotta get as much of this shit out of the way.
Yo, you're gonna see. He's gonna see. Put it in motion. There's no dirt on the car, bro.
You saying there's no dirt?
And to be honest, I don't expect Horizon to be that much more.
Nah, nigga, this is the most next gen racer we're gonna get.
No, but what I'm saying is Forza Horizon is open world though, like, right? I'm not expecting the detail to be as high.
Look at the dirt hitting the bottom of the bumper. Look at it. Look at the difference. Look at the sand just sitting there. Is it on the car or is it not? Is it on the car or is it not?
Smooth, bro. I need you to knock it off, bro. I need you to knock it off, bro. I need you to knock it off, bro. Stop it. Stop it, Smooth.
Look at that.
I got two more for you.
Yo.
This is a car stop. Hold on, let me get it.
Look at the dirt. Look at the dirt.
There's no dirt on that car, Smooth. What are you talking about, bro?
Right, nah. That fender on the side. Wait, pause it right there. Yo, go back.
We saw the
when he turned the angle. He turned the angle on the car to the side.
Bro, there's here we go.
It's there. All
right.
Yeah,
it's there.
Y'all getting PC weirdo on me right now.
Pay up that $100. Pay that $100.
Nah, you gotta pay it. You gotta pay it.
PlayStation Showcase and all this. I gotta apologize to my wife because I've screamed 2-3 octanes too loud.
Smooth. Pull up the 2 pictures I just sent in the DM
on Twitter.
One is the car clean and going. The other one is the car dirty and stopped. It is stopped.
Yeah, because you gotta, bro. Like it's gonna look different, but it's dirt. It's definitely dirt on the car, bro. That's the point. Like. Not how better it looks.
Pull up the pictures. Let me see it. Pull up the pictures
because it's gonna look better on Gran Turismo.
Man, throw it in the Discord.
So Barry, what you saying? It looks better on Gran Turismo, or it's no dirt at all? What's your argument?
What I'm saying is that when the car is driving around in that game, there's no dirt staying on the car. The dude is driving in mud. There's no mud staying in the car. The dude is driving in the water. There's no water staying on the car. That's what I'm saying.
Smooth got the screenshot up.
That looks like dirt, buddy. That looks like a whole lot of dirt.
That's paint. That's paint.
Stop it.
What kind of paint is dirt?
That's paint.
bro.
That's paint.
Pay that.
Yeah,
Pay
you
it
know
up.
damn
pay it
well.
up.
Pay $100.
Bro.
That is,
It
they're
probably-
going 3 miles an hour, so you can't say there ain't no
Bro,
dust
paint,
right
that's
now.
paint,
3
that's
miles an
paint.
hour.
Pay it up,
Hold
buddy.
on.
Pay
They
it
going
up.
1 mile an hour.
Nah, I give it to Barry though. Hey Barry, you should have said it don't look better than
Yeah.
Grand Theft.
No, that's
Nah, I'll give
paint.
you that.
That's paint. That's
I'll
that's
give
that's
you- I
spray
would've
paint.
given you
If that what the dirt looked like on the car, that should
This
look
man
terrible.
just saying this
Oh,
shit.
bro.
Holy
Like,
fuck, that should look
All right.
horrible.
All right,
That's
guys.
spray paint right there. That was spray paint. That's not dirt.
Shout out to
Talking about changing narratives.
two-tone.
Shout out to Mario with a PlayStation. I'm gonna give you guys my
Yeah.
honest thoughts on this because I don't know if it changed any much. But
Yeah,
before
go
I
ahead.
give my honest thoughts, I'm gonna read the super chat from Max B with the New Zealand $5. He says,
Thanks, B.
3 out of 10 showcase, God of War DLC, no gameplay for Wolverine and
Damn.
Spider-Man. Everything else was multi-plats, including Uncharted 4 and Lost Legacy.
Hold on. Let me say one thing. Was for that guy, was Gears 5 a DLC to Gears 4 with the same
Yeah.
animations? I want
Yeah, we ain't had to pay. We ain't had to pay extra for it though. Go ahead.
All right, so PlayStation Showcase, I've given it a 8.5 out of 10. Couple reasons.
Same as me.
Because they've had, I want to say, 2. All right, even people comment a whole lot on like that, the filler, the middle, the stuff like that. But at the end of the day, that stuff came and went. They opened the show epically with a chess move. They announced KOTOR, a most requested Xbox game, a previous Xbox exclusive, timed exclusive to PlayStation. It was an announcement you can make that you can do without needing gameplay. You can do it with a CGI because we all know what KOTOR is. It was just a big enough move that was going to get people talking, and that was a good enough announcement to keep you distracted up until the big hitters come. And then you got Project Eve showed up, right? It's a new IP, a new game, but the way PlayStation shows off new IPs and new games, I think I prefer their way. They show off new games with gameplay. So if you don't know what the game is, you now have a better idea with it because they showed gameplay. It's hard to do.
Yo, Smooth, what's your PayPal? What's your PayPal?
The PayPal.me/KidSmooth.
Brother, what's the email, brother?
It's kidsmove@gmail.com. Yeah, kidsmove@gmail.com.
Also, just real quick, I want to talk about that Project Eve. Did you see that?
Hold on, Smooth, you lost?
Not one.
Oh, Smooth won.
Okay, good.
But that I don't know if you guys saw, but the CEO of the company that's making that Project Eve literally got all of the
staff PS5
developers and stuff, PS5s. I was just like, one, that's impressive and that's awesome. Like, good on him for because he wanted his team to be able to play the game when it come out. But how did this man secure 260 PlayStation 5s like that?
I'm surprised you developing a game for a PlayStation and don't have a console. That I don't see why that would be.
No, he bought it for the rest of his staff. PlayStation's not gonna get every staff member a PS5 console. He bought it for his staff.
Yeah.
He bought it for the development studio.
I'm trying to get me a digital one.
All right, hold on. Let me finish up because I'm getting my phone is blown up. So Project Eve, new game. They showed it with gameplay. The gameplay looked great. I found that exciting. They showed there was a lot of stuff here and there that I didn't care about that. But when things get back into motion, you get freaking Wolverine.
Fence, Smooth. It's Fence.
Appreciate it, Barry.
You found a speck of dirt. I'm proud of you.
I found a whole lot of dirt. I found the whole bottom half of the vehicle.
I'm gonna take credit on finding that speck of dirt.
Wolverine. Like I said, it's a major announcement where you can get away with showing away a CGI because one, you gave away the developer who's making it. Insomniac Games, they already done proved their point with Spider-Man. They've already proven to be PlayStation's best studio as far as quality and how much games they put out. So you put Insomniac, okay, and you put another Marvel IP. You got no reasons to be disappointed. So that was a win. And the fact that after Spider-Man, as an Xbox fan, I've been waiting for a hero to counter Spider-Man for Xbox. We didn't get that. PlayStation grabs up the second best one, which it's like literally Miami getting LeBron and D Wade, like, you know what I mean? Who's left like on the market? You know what I mean? Amari Stoudemire, like, yeah, you got two of the best. So that was a big enough announcement. We all expected God of War to go to be there, show up. It went. It looked great. You know, Thor looks great. Freya looks great. It's and they showed gameplay. So when you consider all those announcements, I didn't see anything wrong with it. I felt like a lot of the games shown at the showcase were games that I wanted to play. I mean, I know they showed GT7. They got a release date. I'm honestly have no interest in GT7. Does it look great? Yes. The parts of the game does not look as good as Forza Horizon 5. I do agree with Ole Man on that one, and being the fact that Forza Horizon 5 is not a next-gen game, but it has, you know, visual elements that look better than a next-gen game.
You guys are high. You think
certain parts,
you think Forza Horizon 5 look better than Gran Turismo?
Certain parts, I'll tell you this, and this is a cheat code. Certain parts of Forza Horizon 5 does look better than Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo probably has better tracks because Forza Horizon don't have any tracks.
No.
Gran
Turismo, better lighting, more realistic graphics,
photorealism. Forza Horizon got more detail. Land. It has Mexico. Photorealism land.
I don't want to hear the open world excuse if you're going to compare them. I don't want to hear that. You are crazy.
Forza Horizon 5 literally has 16K photos of Mexico. Like it looks.
That Gran Turismo looks like a real.
I guarantee you, Gran Turismo is going to be a much more boring game than Forza Horizon.
Gran Turismo looks crazy, dog.
The cars
on Gran Turismo look more detailed, but.
Because all right, Nick, but there's a reason they could. Of course, it looks more. It better look more detailed. They riding around in circles all damn day. That's all you getting is the strength in the car.
What is the sell of the game? Ain't it the cars? So how you gonna say Forza look better than Gran Turismo? If the
because no. Forza Motorsport, that's different. It's the car is, you know, the major focus, but Forza Horizon is the entire experience, the scenery, the gameplay. Everything.
The scenery didn't look that good. Even especially with the show that the little snippet you showed, that didn't look that good to me.
I had to grab the I just grabbed any image. It wasn't in 4K that I grabbed, and I did my little digital foundry, and but it was good enough. But I can't really complain. PlayStation had a great showcase. And I'm looking forward to the stuff that they're going to be dropping over the next 12 to 24 months. If you're a PlayStation fan, if you have a PlayStation 5, you had nothing to be disappointed about in the PlayStation Showcase. Now, to answer last week's question, should Xbox be worried? No, they shouldn't be worried, but like they should take notice, and they should have took notice a long time ago with Spider-Man. But now, if Spider-Man wasn't enough to make Xbox move on something, the Wolverine move should do that. Ian Kotar should both be moves to make them do something like, you know what, we can't be playing nice with these guys. You know what I mean? Indiana Jones better be exclusive for that simple reason right there. And
Yo, Smooth, I have a quote for you.
What's up?
Can I read it to you?
Sure.
1 second. I'm sorry. 1 second. I have a quote for you, sir.
Yeah.
We are not in the business of just trying to create the green version of somebody's blue or red colored platform. That's not the example of creativity I want to see in games industry.
Oh, God.
Do you know who that's from, Kid Smooth?
It's from Phil Spencer.
Oh yeah, you the same quote that you agreed with when he said it's like last month.
Hey, I agree with that. When people were like, you know, like when people want, you know, an Xbox version of The Last of Us and stuff like that. It's like, all right, cool, whatever.
What's the difference now? What's the difference now? You want an Xbox version of a superhero game?
I don't want an Xbox version of a Spider-Man, especially got Spider-Man. I just want a different hero. It ain't got to be Spider-Man. It could be Batman. It could be Captain America. It could be Iron Man. That's not a blue. It's not a green version of Spider-Man. It's just a different hero on a different box. Well, Phil Spencer needs to get it together. Because
I was gonna say, but whatever superhero games you get, remember, it has to be co-op and it can't be third person. It has to be variety. Remember.
Yo, this is what happens when you don't speak from the heart, man.
Xbox because they got the first person co-op down the lock.
This is what happens when you don't speak from the heart.
They're not
you just agree with these head guys and everything that they say. Because now, when you see something that is appealing and you want it on the platform you prefer, you already cemented your thoughts and opinions that you agree with this man, that you don't want this version or this version.
Facts.
You know what I mean? It looks bad on you.
Facts.
I'll say this. Well, I was wrong. Because every time PlayStation has a showcase, I do find something that I want on Xbox. And
yo, that's really like big of you, Smooth. A lot of people can't admit that.
Yeah, a lot of people don't admit that.
I don't have an issue. The thing is like I want Xbox to be competitive and to react. And I still in my honest opinion, I don't feel like you can lead or be at the top of like the gaming, like, you know, whatever they're trying to be at in gaming without having access to a situation like Marvel's library. If they're up for grabs, if you're a big player in gaming, you should have access to that. Like, you know what I mean? If they're letting Adios Montreal and Crystal Dynamics make exclusive, make Marvel games, Xbox should have some choices. You know what I mean? It looked like I just they're 20, like, come on, less than 20 years ago, these dudes, every one of these platform holders had their own exclusive, unique sports games. Dudes had their own football games, had their own basketball games, had their own baseball games. It wasn't a problem then. You telling me nobody wanted to commit to a known superhero IP, and which has happened to be popular in the last 2 decades, very popular. So I don't know. PlayStation 8.5 out of 10, great show, and let's see how everything plays out. Because the only thing about that showcase that I would say is negative is that it didn't change any immediate outlook, which is
what?
an immediate outlook, like for like the remainder of like the year. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It just didn't change any immediate outlook. Like, so, like, for example, it's like, if somebody was like, "Oh my god, I need a PlayStation right now," and like, you don't, but
yeah, they do.
You want to get
what are you talking about? Because if someone doesn't have, if someone doesn't have a PS5 right now, and there's what, and they say, what's the reason to get a PS5 right now? Returnal, Ratchet and Clank. You understand? Those are 2 very good reasons right there. Demon Souls,
Miles Morales,
Miles Morales, all that stuff that has come out from March to now, right? And in terms of the rest of the year, we're in the month of September, and there's so much coming out. Like, as soon as I'm done Platinum and Tales, which is probably going to take up the whole month, I got Deadloop. You understand? I got Lost Judgment. I got Kena,
the biggest game to come out this year on Final Fantasy 14 and Walker.
And Walker. You understand?
I mean,
you wait until November to play half dust, half no dust as Forza Horizon.
The reason why Smooth saying that Persona
for Halo Infinite.
The reason why Smooth is saying that Persona
year with nothing substantial, and you got the nerve to say that it's looking a little weak on the play.
Yeah, because he just want to play Halo. He just want to play Halo.
You can mitigate the gall of you, Smooth.
Oh man.
Yeah. He don't care what state Halo's in. He just want to play Halo. That boy want to play
and then
Halo.
The first 3 months of 2022 is looking, we talking Goosebumps, Ghostbusters spooky for Xbox compared to PlayStation. Are you kidding me? Come on, Smooth.
And we can sit here and talk about the holiday, the holiday months, man, but we not doing that.
Oh, you know what I wanted to bring up real quick? If you notice, there was only 3 first-party studios at the PlayStation Showcase. That's it.
And one of them was responsible for what, 2-3 games?
Two games, yeah. It was Insomniac, Polyphony, and Santa Monica. That's it. It was only 3. So and they already showed this shit. So we still don't know what we still gotta see like faction from like Naughty Dog or whatever they're doing. We still gotta see what Sony Ben's doing. We still gotta see like, all these other studios that shit they've been doing and shit like that. So
what Ben's doing.
Listen, they listen. Like I remember last year.
He on janitor duty.
hold on. I remember last year, I forgot, I think it was Imran Khan or whatever that was saying that PlayStation is going around and making huge deals with a lot of third party and shit like that. And we're seeing that now with like obviously with Knights of the Old Republic. So I wouldn't be surprised if Resident Evil 4 remake, which we saw the Resident Evil 4 insignia in that trailer, came out to be exclusive. I wouldn't be surprised if they're bringing it back. If they bring back Knights of the Old Republic, I'm definitely now on the board that they're definitely bringing back Metal Gear Solid and shit like that. But not just that, but like all the other portfolio of games that are coming out and shit like that. That's why I try to tell people, I was like, listen, you can be cool for Xbox, you can like Xbox or whatever better or whatever, but stop sleeping on PlayStation. Like they're coming in from their best generation with the PS, or not the best generation, but one of the best generations coming from the PS3 into the PS4. The PS4 they didn't fuck up, so they're going with all the momentum on the PS5. They're making the most money in gaming out of all the other ones, so they can put a lot of money into these. They got relationship with Square Enix, Capcom, and all this shit. So, like I said, if you want Marvel, you need a PlayStation. Final Fantasy, PlayStation. Fighting games, PlayStation. Star Wars, PlayStation. And that's the way they're positioning themselves. That's why they're playing chess and shit like that. So, stop sleeping. Like, listen, y'all can like Xbox, but stop fucking sleeping on PlayStation. And stop thinking that like PlayStation has to come down to Xbox level and and do all this other shit that Xbox is doing. Like, no, nah. They have to go up. And PlayStation doesn't have to go down. PlayStation's already up. Xbox has to go up.
All right. Let's get we're gonna get ready to close this out. Give a shout out to Blandrew with the $5 super chat. He says, "Keep your head up, Smooth. I'm sure." I'm gonna say this in Blandrew's voice. He says, "Keep your head up, Smooth. I'm sure Phil is talking to DC right now to get an exclusive Crypto's the Superdog game. Even Nintendo got Ultimate Alliance 3.
God help.
So, shout out,
That's a good impression.
shout out to
Hey,
Blandrew.
somebody said, I think it was a bot that said that they were actually entertaining the idea of getting like a Wonder Twins exclusive or some shit like that.
What the hell?
I was like, what the fuck?
Man.
Xbox gonna get Blank Man.
That's why I said that conference was good, man. Because they got dudes running around saying things that they usually wouldn't say, man. Like
This man.
Hey, yo, listen, yo. When Halo come out, you ain't even gonna think about Marvel, K Smooth. You're gonna be good, man. You're gonna be playing your Halo. It's not gonna be co-op, but it's cool.
Hey, yo, Persona, I seen you on that post too. So I know you seen it. Yo, you see what Splitgate did with that little sneak disc?
I'm telling you, bro.
The
game community, the game industry, they disrespect the shit out of Halo, bro.
Yo,
it's crazy
they
to
took
see
a shot
this
at Halo, bro.
Yo,
this
what if Halo
fall
gets
from
delayed
grace.
to February?
DOA.
Yo, get out of here.
Nah,
I'm telling you right now. That is
they took
DOA.
a
I don't care what nobody says.
Dope ain't like that. My bad, Dope. I apologize.
Don't do that.
Dope said, don't do that.
Whoever didn't see the shot they took at Halo, right? What did it say? Let me go back. Let me see if I can find this.
And they got their own little Forge mode in that game.
Oh
now?
yeah. They said Splitgate gonna come out with a Forge mode before Halo. Why would they even? What made them even mention Halo's name,
KFC
bro?
Gaming said anger a gaming entire fan base in one sentence, and that's what they did. So.
Yo, KFC wants that smoke. They've been spicy.
You know what I mean? Spicy. They got that. They got their dry ass chicken and nobody's really messing with KFC right now. So they want to get in the game, and I can't stand when food companies try to jump in the game. It drives me nuts.
Yo, 343 better clap back, man. Like Jaru did last
clap
night.
Clap back by dropping a classic Halo game. So,
hey, yo, real talk though. Halo multiplayer looks good. So. Yeah, as long as that part is good, I think I'll be alright because I'm gonna play it on PC. But
y'all kill me with that, bro. Like y'all gotta stop this.
Let me.
What do you mean? I'm supporting the game, right? You're playing your games through Game Pass. I can't play through PC. I'm still supporting.
But you know what I mean by that, man. You be going through some troubleshoot gaming like a mug.
Nah, that's only when we try to add a party. Remember how Xbox? You have to go outside of like the Xbox app to do the party stuff. That's
it's like you gotta download like 3 apps for that joint.
You gotta download the game bar and stuff. Yeah,
it was weird.
Crazy.
I want to let them.
I don't see how y'all put up with that.
I want to let the What's Up PlayStation crew get their close out. Appreciate both of you coming through on the podcast tonight and making it one hell of a show, entertaining show. So shout out to Bari and Persona. Appreciate you guys coming through. Please let everybody know where they can find you. It seems like you guys brought a lot of viewers in here today too. Anyway, so people should be familiar with you guys. So let's start with Persona.
Oh yeah, no doubt. First off, man, yo, listen, Smooth, man, appreciate you having us on, man. Like I said, keep doing what you're doing, man. We're playing at Xbox, and shout out to the panel, man. Nick, Chris, Dope, Logan. You know, shout out to all of you guys. Really appreciate y'all. Shout out to the chats. Appreciate y'all in the chat, man. Hit that like button. Listen, rock out with my boy Smooth. He is the best bot, and definitely support him. For me, man, I'm Persona, gaming with Persona. You can follow me on Twitter at Persona Speaks. You can also check out my YouTube channel, Gaming with Persona. I do my show when Persona Speaks every Monday, or sometimes later in the week, depending on how good the news is. And then, you know, subscribe to me and Bari's What's Up PlayStation YouTube channel. A lot of good things happening over there. I love the growth and the support we've been getting from the community. It's strictly a gaming channel, like none of that craziness. It's strictly we talking about PlayStation news, PlayStation gaming, and we stick to that. And we really take that show and that channel very, very seriously. So there's a lot of good content out there. So check that out. And like I said, I appreciate y'all, man. Please be safe and have a great night.
Awesome. Bari.
Yeah, man. Great show. K Smooth is $100 richer. Hey, man, listen. I'm a man of my word. Let's say that. But nah, man, it was a good show. Shout out to you guys, man. Playing the Xbox. You know, it's always an enjoyable show. Tuning in, regardless. You know, if I disagree or not, it's always cool to you know, hear other people's opinion. Playing the Xbox. Make sure you guys are ready when Halo comes out, because I will be sniping Halo vets when that game come out. I'm going to see how good you guys are when the game come out. So definitely be on your P's and Q's, you know, when that incomplete games come out. But yeah, man, JBari _ on Twitter, JBari on YouTube. Don't follow me and don't subscribe if you're sensitive. And but do follow What's Up PlayStation Podcast. My man Persona said, PlayStation centric podcast. And yeah, like, you know, we're definitely enjoying the growth there. And yo, we got some major stuff coming down the pipeline when it comes to the channel. So definitely stay in tune. But yo, Smooth, appreciate it. Ole Man Logan, Dope as J, my man Chris Righteous, and my bro Nick NickBanks. It was good talking to you guys.
All right, that's good.
Man, some super chats came in while we were doing the outros. Shout out to True Virgil. It says, "Hey kid, where's Rambo's Corner from Planet PlayStation to Rambo's Corner?" Yeah, that's where he got that from the thumbnail. Actually, I'm not sure. But shout out to him.
Yeah, that dude. That's the one that he went in on the no textures on the Gears 4 when they had the little beta thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Strong Jawline Herman. That's kind of funny. Strong Jawline Herman. He's definitely talking about Herman Halls. He says, Meteor Man coming to Xbox. Shout out to everyone. I also want to give a shout out to Jez, aka Grinds My Gears. I think he just hit 1,000 subs. So shouts out to him for that achievement. I see people in the chat. Bless Red, Saltiest Gaming, Blandrew, of course. Alex PSX. I can always expect you to be here. BBQ Sauce. I see Benji, a couple folks in here. But yeah, man, I appreciate, you know, everybody coming through and watching the show. It was a great show today. Good turnout. Shout out to the What's Up PlayStation JBari, Gaming with Persona. Follow those guys. Subscribe, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to have you guys back, or I'll be on your platform at some point in the next fairly soon. I feel like something else is going to happen. That's going to occur.
Yeah, you definitely got an invite one time, Smooth. Yeah. You just, you know, it just didn't work out, but we'll work something out.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Anybody else got anything to say? Because really, I'm sorry if it seems like I'm trying to rush. I gotta skedaddle.
Nah, you good, bro.
Nah, man, you good. Hey, everybody just hit the like button and share, man. It was definitely a very entertaining show. You know what I mean? Definitely a great talk. Shout out to my bros, JBari and Persona. Y'all can follow me on Twitter, because I've been doing some spaces, and my spaces have been strictly about video games. We talk about video games, and all video games. We ain't talk about like all the other controversy, even though I like those spaces as well. But Yeah, man, follow me on there if y'all want to have cool talks. But yeah, shout out to everybody, panel.
Gotcha, man. Appreciate it, Chris. Oh yeah, I knew you had did the Final Fantasy follow up. It was the part 2 you did, or you did 2 of them today, or are you just kind of like?
Well, one I don't know what happened on the first one. I had like a glitch or some shit where like I couldn't. Well, nobody could hear me while I talk.
Gotcha.
But yeah, the one before that I did it on Nice of the Old Republic, and then the one before that did with Horizon Forbidden West, like all that other shit or whatever. So,
gotcha.
But you see a lot of crazy spaces. Like, there's a lot of fanboy spaces, but some of it's entertaining.
Gotcha. All right, guys. But yeah, I'm gonna hop out of here. Appreciate you guys. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. We'll see you guys next week. All right. As always, Xbox is the best box. I am the best spot. Good night or good morning if you're on the other side of the globe. I'm out of here. Peace.
Peace.
You get shit smooth.
Yeah, good job, fellas. Listen, it is
Yes,
way
sir.
past my bedtime.